Today it's all about the most wonderful free games in existence. There's really no better way to spend your precious time. Do you know what's overwhelmingly positive and free? This game. Go play it, don't even watch this video, it's amazing. But today we're going to try and build something that's really stupid yet somehow overpowered. And because I don't have a lot of options, I'm going to start with these three idiots. One horse, one ant, and one otter. I bought the otter last because as I buy him, he gives a +1 to attack and health for the other two. Then I'm going to put the ant at the front because as he dies, he'll get attacked first, he'll give a +2, +1 bonus to one of the other morons. Are you with me so far? It's going to get complicated. Then we're going to freeze this apple so it's here next turn and use our last remaining coin to roll something new in case there was something we wanted. So now we need to name our team, and the options are limited, but I mean, since the game's serving it up, we're going to be the Bear Beavers. I mean, why wouldn't we be? Here's our first opponent. They have a mosquito, that means start of battle, they get to do 1 damage to one of my idiots randomly, that took off half my otter's health. But now it's our turn, those two cancel each other out. But because it died, it gives +2 attack and +1 health to one of my other idiots. The horse, who is now going to trade with the mosquito. Then it's the otter versus the horse, and they're going to trade again, so it's a draw. Now, that's not the end of the world because we don't get any trophies, but we also don't lose a life. We're trying to get 10 trophies before we lose 10 lives. And I'm not going to stop playing this for the next 72 days. It is way addictive. So next, I'm going to actually stack an ant on top of an ant. That's going to start to supercharge him. It boosts his stats. Plus, if he gets to level 2, it upgrades his ability. Then I think I'm just going to buy both of these beavers for now because when I sell them eventually, and I will, they're going to give 2 random friends +1 health. It's a nice little bonus and they're decently strong for now. The beginnings aren't so important, they're mostly to me about building a foundation. The good things come a little bit later. Okay, I can already tell this is going to be super annoying because we're about to take 3 damage from mosquitoes, which actually killed one of my idiots already. But the beavers are getting stronger thanks to the damage from the other thing that died, so we're going to take out him, but he's going to take out us, and we're definitely going to lose this battle. It's not even close. So 1 life down, but we're still okay. We have tier 2 animals now, and this is where we can start to build something quick. So we start with 10 coins every time we go to do these upgrades. I'm going to roll, hopefully finding the right animals. A swan is a good one because they gain 1 gold every turn. That's actually a lot of money. So I'm going to sell this horse because it's not that good, and put a swan in there because it also has decent stats. Then I'm going to do something risky. I'm just going to freeze those as is. I'm going to try and roll a better creature into existence, and a spider is a good one. I can work with this. So we're going to sell the otter for now, and we're going to bring in a spider. And what it does, when it dies, it summons 2 other smaller creatures. So we're going to put the spider at the front. It works pretty well there, and then we're going to roll again, hopefully getting something that's not one of these. So then to finish off this round, I think I'm just going to give an apple to the spider, which should be one of the long-term additions to my lineup. Everything else is going to go eventually. It's the Bear Beavers versus the Sniffling Scallywags. First up, the mosquito is going to give 1 damage to the swan. He can afford it, so now it's spider versus ant. That should be an easy one, but now that ant is going to boost something over there. That fish is actually going to be really hard to kill. I didn't really notice that before. But because my beautiful tarantula just died, he's going to spawn something in his place. And that's going to help take away some of this fish's health, because we need the health, because that's a lot of damage and health. That could be a bit of a problem. So this ant is going to take off half of its remaining health. That's going to help the swan, who's going to die anyway, and then we're just going to lose slowly to both of these guys, which isn't great. But that's okay because I have a long-term game plan. I'm going to lose 2 health points there, still okay. Speaking of stupid ideas, I'm going to stack 2 swans on top of this other one. That's going to get it up to level 2, which gives it good stats, but I also can get 2 gold every turn now, so that's a good investment. I'm also going to roll, hoping for something better. A peacock is definitely good. They have high health, but every time they get hit, they gain 2 attack points. So you can see how that might work out pretty good. So I'm going to sell one of the beavers. That's going to boost randomly a few of my friends. Then we're going to throw a peacock up front for now. Then with my remaining $2, I'm going to re-roll, hoping for something better than these. We're going to freeze a tarantula there for next time because I can stack it with that tarantula, and that's going to be it for this turn. They already have so much better stuff than us, this might not go super well. So it one-shotted my peacock, so it didn't get its bonus anyway. We traded with those 2 idiots, but now I get to summon 2 more idiots also. The 2 things the spider spawns aren't really going to do anything by themselves, but they have a good use later on, and we'll get to that eventually. For now, I'm just going to get decimated by everything we're fighting, but the swan is here to try and save the day. It's going to take out the dog, and now we're going to trade with this shrimp of all things. So we lost more health, didn't get any trophies, but now we have tier 3 animals to deal with. So I'm going to unfreeze the spider, stack one of those up. It's now got better stats. Then I'm going to roll, hopefully for something better. I'm going to stack the peacock on the peacock because those can get very good. And then we roll again and still not getting anything that we need. This is getting painful. We're going to roll one more time. I'm just going to roll until yeah, there we go. We got an ox that we can't even get this turn, but we're going to freeze it right there. We're also going to freeze the spider, and we're also going to freeze the salad bowl. This is where things can start to come to fruition, though we're running out of lives pretty quickly. We don't have a super strong lineup yet. A couple turns from now, though, we'll be cruising. My best hope at this point is that I'm fighting someone who doesn't know what they're doing, but they look like they have a pretty good lineup, so I'm not super optimistic here. These two are basically going to feed each other's damage for a second, but theirs is going to die first, so at least we have that on our side. Then we can take 6 of 8 of this thing's health at least before we ourselves die. Then a tarantula's up. The tarantula defeated it one hit, luckily, but now it's got to fight a crab who's very tough. But then we replace ourselves with a sheep. That's going to die. We get another 2. Those are both going to trade. And then, yeah, I think we're actually going to win this one eventually. It's just a little war of attrition. The last thing we got to deal with is their ox. But we're actually about to one-shot it. Nope, never mind. It's got a shield. We're going to one-shot it now. Okay, now that that's dead, our plan starts to unfold slightly. Our first victory, 1 of 10. So we're going to remove this ant. We sell that for 1 gold. Now we have 13 gold to spend. I'm going to unfreeze the ox. I'm going to put that behind the spider, because if the creature ahead of this ox faints, it gets +2 attack. And this turns into 3 different creatures, so that's going to add at least +6 attack to the ox. And that's where my plan starts to come to life. I'm also going to unfreeze the spider to add here. Now it's going to spawn something else in front of it, which was maybe a bad choice now that I look at it. Because it's going to summon 1 tier 3 pet as a 4/4 instead of 2 tier 1 pets. But that's whatever to me. I'm now going to use a salad bowl. That's going to give 2 random pets +1 to both stats, which is perfect. I got both the ox and the spider. Those are 2 long-term idiots. And then we're also going to take the apple, which gives a +1 to the ox. And then we're going to use our last coin to reroll to see if there's anything worth holding on to, and there's not really. A lot of people use the whale, but I don't because it's a whale and whales are stupid. Okay, so let's see if my half-baked plan is actually going to work this time around. First of all, we fight a sheep. So I got some extra health there because we took some damage, and I basically just traded with a single sheep, who now spawned around. But this is where the rest of the plan starts to come in, because my spider's going to be pretty strong. Takes out a few of their idiots. There's a few more. But the spider's got so much more to give, because once it dies, it's going to spawn a tier 3 unit like a giraffe. And that's going to help the ox behind it get a little stronger. And that ox can get crazy strong, and it's kind of a staple to my whole thing. We're now going to fight a giraffe against a rooster, which should be an easy one. They also have a very strong dog already. The dogs can get very strong very early, and they could be a lot to deal with. I was kind of hoping to have an ox stand against the dog because we take 0 damage to start, but what can you do? We're at least going to take out the dog, then lose to the giraffe. Actually, we're going to trade right here, and that's that. But we did disunlock tier 4 animals like the deer and the monkey. The deer is actually very strong. So we have 12 gold. We're going to sell the beaver for now. And I'm actually going to change things around a little bit and put the deer right up front because it's going to summon a bus when it dies. Then I'm going to use this pair to give a pet +2 and +2. That's going to go probably directly onto my ox. Then I'm going to use this to give 2 random pets +1/+1, and that got ox and spider, so that's just fine by me. Then we're going to do pretty much that same thing again. 2 random pets +1/+1, spider and peacock, those are both great. I'm then going to freeze the snail, because if we lose, that comes in handy. So we'll see how this next one goes. The bear beavers versus the foamiontes. I don't know what to say about that, but I'll take it. That thing has 17 damage already. So it's definitely going to kill my poor deer, but then we're going to get in there with the bus and kill everything. Oh, that spawned a chick that does 17 damage also, because they front-loaded that pretty hard. We might still be okay though, because we actually get pretty tough. We have a hippo to deal with, but the hippo now has to deal with a whale also, and the ox is only going to get stronger as we absorb damage right here. So the ox now goes up to 10 and 10, and it's also very strong. It took no damage there whatsoever. Now it's going to fight a simple monkey, and I think it's going to win. There we go. See, we had to sacrifice a bunch of lives to get the start we wanted, but now we're starting to pull ahead, hopefully. I just realized we shouldn't hold on to this snail because if we lose again, we're out anyway, so we might as well use that real estate somewhere better. But first up, I'm going to use this apple to make maybe the peacock a little better. I need it to be able to absorb some damage. And then it's just a matter of adding the right parts moving forward. We could upgrade the deer just a little bit. Oh, I'm definitely going to buy the canned food though. Gives all current and future pets +2/+2 from the shop. That's well worth the investment. Because now I'm actually kind of curious if I add the 3/3 to the 1/1 deer, is that going to do anything good? Yup, a 4/4 deer. And with our final $1, we're going to re-roll, and hopefully we have something we can hold on to. I do think I want the dog. I'm going to freeze that, because every time we summon something, the dog gets +1/+1, and we end up summoning a lot thanks to our spider. I'm also going to freeze the pair. Now it's just a matter of getting a few favorable matches so we get our momentum going. I'm not really sure what the scorpion does, to be honest. It dies very quickly. But there's our bus, which is going to hit a deer, so we're going to spawn a bus over there. So the buses are going to collide, but that's fine. Because it does splash damage, that's going to go through and hit my peacock. But that's just going to boost my peacock's damage at this point. Now we're going to fight a kangaroo, which is going to win. But then we're going to hit it with our tarantula. Our tarantula wins, and then we fight the bird. We win again. Plus we still get a pet to spawn in, so we were well ahead on that one. So I just need to get a little bit of luck with what we get, but there's our third trophy. And we got tier 5 animals. It's kind of a shame to replace this swan because it's giving us an extra 2 gold, but it's got to go. But now we can thaw this dog out and put it here. That might not stay there forever. I think we could probably find something better eventually. But for now, we're also going to unfreeze this pair and give something a +2/+2 boost. Probably him, and then we'll do 1/1 on the peacock. And so far, things seem pretty good, though we should probably buy a cow because not only are they very strong, but they give 2 free milks in a shop to give +2/+2. So we're going to sell this dog that we just paid for, put a cow there. We buy these milks to give probably 1 to the peacock and then 1 to the ox. And our lineup is just getting that much stronger already. I think I want to freeze this deer because if I put 1 more here, it's going to upgrade the deer to level 2 and have better bus power. Then I'm still going to keep my eye out for more strong animals. The badger could be a lot of fun because when it dies, it does damage to everything around it, which can also be detrimental. But the trick is I can't lose any battles right now. If I lose one, I'm out. But here comes the bus, which is going to attack both of those two. It's not going to do a ton of damage, but we'll make this work. Peacock takes more damage, so it's going to take up most of the otter's life. But I also lost that, but now it's tarantula time. That kangaroo's also getting kind of dangerous looking. Okay, that's okay because we got a camel coming in. The camel's also good for the ox, so that was a lucky spawn. So hopefully it can do a little bit of damage to the kangaroo. And then we're actually going to die to this because, oh, actually, maybe we're not. Nope, I forgot about that. The ox gets a shield for 1 hit, which is one of the reasons it's so strong in that position. Because it looked like we were going to lose, but we survived with even a cow at the rear end. There's our 4th trophy. We did also get a shark, which can be very good because if I put it at the back, every time one of our idiots faints, it's going to get +2 attack, +1 hearts. So it's just naturally going to get super strong back here over a cow that doesn't matter anymore. So we'll go ahead and throw that up there. I'm also kind of curious, if I give chocolate to this deer, it's going to level up, I think. Now, when we summon the bus up front, it's going to have 10 and 10 instead of 5 and 5. That's a huge upgrade. But I also kind of wish I knew this gorilla was here before, because he gains a coconut shield 1 time per turn. It ignores damage once. This is going to sound stupid, but I think I want the gorilla over the shark. So I'm going to go ahead and sell that we just bought. But the gorilla may be right here. That way this can do its bus attack. Then the gorilla is going to absorb some damage. By the time we get back here, we'll be pretty tough. Just to be sure, I'm going to upgrade this gorilla maybe once. So it's a 9/9. So we got a pretty good balance across the way. At least I think we do. No matter what you build in this game, it feels like there's always some kind of counter to it. Like a 25-23 dog is going to be a nightmare to deal with. So we already took some damage due to their early attacks from a skunk. But they also just lost their alligator somehow. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. But there we go. We lost our deer, but now we get our 10-10 bus, which is going to plow in there and do lots of damage to, well, 1 idiot. Well, the bus is still doing pretty good, and we still got a long lineup to go through. That dog's going to annihilate everyone, though. The beauty is, though, it only has 8 health, so I think we can one-shot it with our gorilla. Oh, the crocodile's back. As the dog gets more health. But the gorilla took that out, and now I think the gorilla's also going to take out this dog. It also has a coconut shield. So, yep, it absorbed the 27 damage without taking any health at all. Then we're going to kill the skunk, but we still have 3 of our people left, and the ox is arguably the strongest still. So we have a pretty good build so far. 5 trophies. And we've unlocked tier 6 animals, though the gorilla is a tier 6, so I'm not sure how we snuck that in there. Probably unfreeze this deer, though it's tempting to stack it up there. Would it be stupid to stack the deer one more time? Probably. Let's do it anyway. +6/+6. I kind of also want to see the next level of bus, But for now, we're just going to freeze one of those apples. We're going to roll again to see if we get anything neat. The fly can be fun if we also had a dog, because every time something dies, it's going to spawn a 2/2 fly in its place. Crocodiles are fun because at the start of battle, they just lob 7 damage towards something randomly. I think for now I'm going to buy the sushi, give 3 random pets +1/+1. That loaded my front end. So let's just roll again and hopefully we get something good that could potentially stack. Or maybe canned food. We're going to freeze that for sure. Okay, after rolling again, I got a peacock, so we're going to freeze that for next turn when we can afford it, because that's going to help level up our peacock, and after that, we're just going to end the turn and hope we win this next one. We're starting to get to the point, though, where we're going to see some ridiculously strong things over here, like this is already 16-18, and this is just a cricket. So we're obviously going to die to that right away, but then we're going to spawn a big bus in its place, and that bus is going to do quite a bit of damage to both of these front two. And that's going to help me out in a big way. Now the gorilla is going to take out the flea. But there's going to be an idiot spawned in the flea's place, and the kangaroo's getting stronger because I can't bust through this front layer yet. That flea is actually really, really strong. I didn't realize you could get them that strong considering that's a spawned idiot. Alright, well, we might be in a bit of trouble here, but we're going to do our best. We hit the kangaroo, the tarantula is going to trade with that, but it's going to spawn an idiot in its place. Like a camel, perfect, that's actually going to help us out in a pretty big way. The camel's obviously going to die right away before taking off half the rooster's health. But the ox is now up to 14-14, and it's going to take no damage there. It's going to take a lot of damage here, which is fine, but not really. And then it's going to take out this, but then it's also going to die, so we're out. Needed a little bit of adjustment. It was going well, though. We had 5 trophies. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is upgrade the dolphin. I want to see what that damage is, so now we deal 10 damage to the lowest health enemy. We also got this fly that works really good though too, so I'm going to have to sacrifice the kangaroo for that. That's probably a bit of a controversial choice, but then we're also going to use the canned food to hopefully upgrade the ox and the peacock. Wait, oh, that upgraded down here. Yeah, I forgot how that worked. I'm getting very tired, so I just did that backwards. Okay, also the turkey works very well with summoned units, so that's probably going to replace our dolphin next round. Which is crazy to think about because the dolphin's going to be pretty good right now. He's going to bomb some unit for 10 damage straight away, which is probably going to eliminate them. Yep, so we're going to take out the deer right away, which, now that I think about it, isn't necessarily a great exchange anyway. Well, we're going to deal with the bus now. That's fine. That's going to let the peacock enrage. And that's going to start the ox going. We really got to get the ox upgrading also. I've been focusing on the peacock, which I don't really regret because it's really strong, but the ox needs some love too. Tarantula actually exchanged with my peacock for some reason. That is going to be a problem. Didn't really realize that was there. Okay, we're going to finish off the giraffe. That's going to start to upgrade my ox, but I think it's going to be too little too late to deal with the hippo. We're going to do the fly. It's going to do the same thing. Fly is going to die. Ox is going to upgrade. The ox is going to hit the hippo twice, so it's actually, well, not anymore. It was going to defeat it. Now it's going to be well shy of defeating it, thanks to my stupid fly. And the hippo keeps healing, which is kind of the problem. Every time it defeats something, it gets 2 health back. It makes, 4 health back because it's upgraded. Hippos are overpowered. I should probably be working with hippos more, because that hippo single-handedly destroyed me. Right, well, there's still hope. Okay, we're going to change it up. We're going to upgrade the peacock to level 3, so every time it's hurt, it gains 6 attack. We did also just get a tiger, which unfortunately doesn't really fit into our build currently. The first thing I'm going to do is remove this dolphin for 2 gold. We're going to put a turkey there. Now all of our spawned units are going to get +3/+3. We have a lot of spawned units coming in. I'm going to freeze this tiger because I know it could be good under the right situation. We're also going to give something splash damage to be really mean, so this is such a weird build that I don't know what to make of it anymore. I'm just going to go like that. There you go. The splash damage of my peacock should hopefully do a lot. So, okay, it hit the first 2 pretty hard. Unfortunately, neither of them died, but now we're going to have +5/+5 flies galore. That's going to annoy the life out of their team. Okay, they have a pretty good setup too. They do the same thing I do by superpowering their oxes. They just have an obnoxiously strong ox, unlike mine, which I forgot to upgrade. But we got the ox out of the way eventually. Now it's time for my ox to take a turn. Then we're going to plow into their monkeys, and I'm going to like that part. But we keep spawning flies as well, so thanks to the turkey fly combination, we get a lot of extra hits in. And a lot of extra hit points. So my ox actually jumped up to 8 and 5, which isn't bad. Plus it gets a free hit. So even though its stats aren't huge, it's still very good. And thinking about it, I should swap those 2 around. But we win. We can only die one more time, but we got 6 trophies. Plus we unlocked tier 6 animals, which we already had. So I think this time I'm going to do sushi. That's going to give 3 of them a +1/+1. Then I'm going to boost probably my ox because it just needs a little bit of help. Then we're going to roll and yeah, actually both of these are amazing finds. We're going to save this one for next time because I'm not really sure what I want to upgrade, and we're just going to go another +3 to stats. And that's what happened. Unfortunately, I didn't really get optimal parts building this, so we'll see if we can carry on forward. It's going to get pretty difficult because actually that doesn't look too intimidating. Oh, the 45 level chicken kind of is, though I didn't really see that. But we're going to splash through that one, which definitely isn't too bad at all. We got a badger to deal with now, but that's okay. Those are out of the way. This, we're going to take 2 hits of 45, but they're mostly going to land on summons anyway, so what do I care? 31 versus 45 damage. We're just, both are going to die. There's no getting around that. But now they're going to summon a very weak chick in their place. 2 of them, actually, but that's okay. Oh, I guess that's because the tiger or something. I don't know why there's 2 chicks. Either way, they're going to do a lot of damage, but they're also going to die very quickly. Okay, now it's just a matter of dealing with the dodo bird thing and then the tiger, which is actually very weak. And plus we have +5/+5 flies spawning in consistently, so yeah, it actually takes a lot of hit points to tear through us. Another victory, number 7. I kind of wish I knew better how the tiger worked, because if I put the tiger behind, say, the fly, that means when something dies, does it give me 2 flies instead? Because that would be overpowered. Unfortunately, I don't really know, so we're going to unfreeze this and add some experience to him, which is going to upgrade him. So if we put a tiger behind a gorilla, would that work? Like, would we get 2 shields per turn? I don't know if that works. That's potentially really overpowered, but I don't want to risk my build now. So we'll just go ahead and freeze the gorilla there and see if we can roll for something relevant. We did get pizza, give 2 random pets +2/+2. So that's fine by me. Wasn't the greatest lands, but you know what? I don't care. We also have dragons. If you have a dragon, buying tier 1 pets gives you +1/+1 to all your idiots. But I'm not going to be buying any +1 pets anymore. So we're just going to jump into battle pretty much like this. I would think by this point your builds are going to be pretty much locked in. You're going to tinker with them a bit. That hippo is going to be the end of me. Because he's going to one-shot my idiot. Oh, that actually killed my fly. That was really unlucky or really smart on their part because they just knocked out my whole strategy in one shot. But you know what? That's okay. No matter what you do, there's going to be some kind of build that just counters yours perfectly no matter what. So that's okay. This really makes me want to do some ridiculous hippo build though, because that thing's a beast. Like, it took my entire team and I didn't even kill it. Yeah, I need to do a hippo build. This is the most important tree in the entire universe. And that's why bad creatures are going to come and try and eat our thick little tree. So to prevent that from happening, we're going to plant some pretty flowers all the way around our little tree. And we patiently wait for them to grow into something that's not a scraggly stick. And before long, they turn into beautiful, horrifying flowers. It's a very common scenario when you go for a walk in the woods. But since the flowers are ready, we ring the dinner bell and on come the enemies. They give us a warning beforehand of where exactly they're coming from. It's kind of rough. They're coming from the top. Most of my defenses are at the bottom, but these flowers should be able to reach them as they get just a little closer. They are going to try and eat that flower that we can't see, so that's also annoying. And their drops are hidden behind the tree. You know, you're really not helping me out. For how much I'm doing to protect you, you're kind of annoying. But that gave us some more money. We can also make bramble. In theory, lining all the outside with bramble would be perfect, but the space is too big. It's easier to do it in closer. So while I'm thinking, I'm going to plant some of these flowers so that they'll actually have time to grow, wherever I can fit them. And since they reach pretty far, I'm just going to kind of sporadically, yep, this is a very educated defense. I guess I couldn't check see where the trees actually come from. So they're coming from here, they're coming from here. Right about here is going to be a focal point, so we'll put some brambles like that. And same thing here, they're all going to beeline for the tree, so something like here, here, here. They've arrived. The brambles damage increases as they grow apparently, so that might be little damage so far. I've got a lot of faith that all of these pea shooters and the spikes can easily destroy these guys. So far it's no problem at all. Take that, you mask wearing weirdos. They didn't even make it to the spikes, but I put the spikes in a good spot. So we're just going to add maybe a few more here. We're very safe on that corner, and we'll sort of add a row of spikes over here, and they're going to come from the top corner over here as well, so we're just going to make sure we're trying to cover our angles. And then of course a few more pea shooters. You can never have too much defense. Some of the spikes are getting bigger, so we'll see all these waddling morons like that. I'm hoping they start taking fire from the flowers as they're walking over the spikes for a double whammy. In a perfect world, they would die before ever getting to the spikes anyway. These guys don't have spikes. But these guys don't need spikes. They're under a lot of fire from all of them. So far, my flowers have been actually really up to the task. This is a multi-stage wave though, so eventually, obviously, they're going to start coming from all sides at once, which is going to divert firepower in all directions. I just want to see someone walk over spikes. Is that too much to ask? Oh, he's doing it. He got to the spikes. Yeah, that's going to work out really well. They're still coming in hot and still getting absolutely destroyed, and we're only working with the first 2 towers. So let's go ahead and sort of finish our row of spikes for now. Definitely won't regret this later. But these are pretty cheap anyway, so there we are. And with the rest of the money, we'll just fill in some of the gaps with some more flowers. I think these beautiful morons do act as a line of defense themselves because they'll start to get eaten as the enemies get closer, which is good because it's this guy we're trying to protect. The next wave is going to attack from pretty much everywhere, and we're absolutely just going to let that happen. We have enough of our pea shooters that I'm feeling very safe. Nothing's going to get anywhere close to us, at least where we have these basic idiots. The plants might prioritize whoever's closest. I'm not really sure how they work, but either way, they gotta walk through spikes to get to me. I can also be mean and just put spikes directly in the path of some of these guys. They're gonna cross somewhere here, so I'll just go like that, and just for fun, you guys can have some spikes up there too. Some of our oldest spikes are getting very big at this point. Everyone's getting absolutely destroyed, and we're getting rich. Long story short, wave complete. We've got $2,000 to spend. I'm not actually going to spend any of that because wave 5 we get a new thing that's coming up soon. And I believe in my plant-based army to defend just as it is. This wave is definitely a lot more numerous for enemies, but they're still just the basic idiots, so they're not really able to get anywhere close to me. This guy had to walk across 2 spikes, so he took like 1 little pea before he died. Oh, we're starting to get stronger enemies now. They can actually shoot back at us. So the spikes could have been out just a touch further, so they'll get spiked as they start shooting our poor little flowers. But I can always start doing that now. So wherever I see those big dummies coming in from, I just put some spikes sort of in front of them and hope that they get really spiked before they get close, and then they'll just take a little extra damage. They're definitely taking out some of our flowers at this point, but I'm ready to sacrifice absolutely everything to protect our very important tree. We've unlocked a hedge wall. A defensive wall-like plant does not attack, gets stronger as it grows. I'm not really sure I understand that. So it looks like there's simply just a barrier that are going to slow enemies down a little bit. So before doing anything, we need to replace some of our pea shooters. And apparently the enemies just start coming after a certain while. Okay, they can actually attack from a ways out. I was hoping to put spikes on this side of them, but this will work out fine. As things die, we'll find the weak spots. For now, I am going to add a few hedges on the inner perimeter. That way enemies have to walk up their stand on spikes while eating the hedges. This will all form into some useful plan at some point. That hedge is just simply getting eaten, but his sacrifice is why we're here, really. We're making a lot of money. Those hedges really can absorb a lot of damage. So we're going to fit a few more in here just to make sure that no one can get close. They need to stand on spikes and get bombarded by these guys. Probably would have been a bit smart to make more of a layered defense. But brambles are only 75, so we're going to add a few more of those in some of the high traffic areas, or what seem like high traffic areas. That way they can really get hurt on the way in. And the longer they grow for, the more damage they do. So far we made an unstoppable fortress, and I'm very proud of my creation. Some of those actually got pretty close to the hedge wall at this point, so I think I need to add a few more pea shooters just to make sure things are not going to get close. The hedges were just kind of let grow for a while. I want to try and rim the whole outer perimeter with spikes. That way anything that has to come anywhere close to me needs to take a little damage just to step on the board. And those are just going to grow for the next 2,000 waves anyway. Those hedges are absorbing a bit of damage, but it's almost worth it just to let the daisies die because they're a lot cheaper. You can just replace the daisies pretty easily. Waves are getting a little more intense at this point. And we can actually eliminate the enemies off of the board too, so that gives us a little more options. We can have a little more range. So far things are going pretty well. I need to add a few more spikes to finish off my perimeters, and to just replace a few of the daisies occasionally that die. I think this one works out pretty good because they almost have to sit on the spikes when they fire, so they'll hopefully take an extra tick of damage. The wave is complete. I'm going to add more spikes just because I'm already committed to this stupid idea. Then we're maybe going to add some hedges in some spots just to make sure there's no direct line for the idiots to come into. I feel like I should just sit here and wait for 6 hours for everything to grow, but I definitely don't have that kind of patience. Get in here, morons. Come get killed. Probably need a few defensive hedges over here, but for now they have to walk over the spikes and then they get absolutely bombarded once they get close. So these guys do fire. They stop and fire, but then they keep walking, so they've still got to walk over spikes and get closer. The closer you get into the center, the more danger you're in. The biggest problem I'm having so far is killing enemies off of my screen, so I need to scroll around to make sure I'm picking up all the money they drop. The defenses are more than enough for these morons so far. My original spikes are getting so big now. By the end of this, they're going to be really dangerous. Hopefully I won't need any other towers. I just placed some new hedges, which maybe wasn't smart because they're already absorbing damage. We already lost a hedge, so I should plant those in between rounds. I did also lose a few down here, so I might need to change that around, but we're gonna have losses. That's the way war works. Just finished a wave, so I have $3,000. That's a fine little gap there. We can put a few of those there. I wonder if it's a bad or good idea to put a few of these guys just sort of around the outside, just to get some damage going on sooner. They'll probably die fairly quickly, but they will also get some of the enemies out there, so they're well weakened by the time they get anywhere close to the important stuff. I've even put a few way out here just to see what happens. Some of my original hedges are getting very big too, so these are going to be extra tough. And a few of the other ones just popped up to that size as well, but the enemies auto start after a little while, so you can only milk it for so long, but a lot of our things are hitting the next stage. And our lone little flower out there, we'll call them the sacrificial flowers, are already getting some damage in on the enemies. And on the bottom, some of the hedges are taking some heat, but we're just going to keep on firing on everything everywhere, trying to pick up that money. This new and improved defense actually is working well so far. I don't know if we lost any of our outer flowers. We have a new type of enemy coming in. They're rather quick. They can run right into our daisies and start munching on them pretty quickly and even kill them. I think the best way to counter a quick enemy is to lay down spikes. They can be quick all they want, but they got to get spiked to get close to me. And those spikes especially are doing big damage at this point. The inner circle is very hard to penetrate. With the amount of money we have, we can almost fill the entire thing with spikes at this point. I'm just turning nature's floor into spikes. The next wave is starting. I sat there and waited for as long as I could to help the spikes grow. They got a little ways there. And that's perfectly fine, because now the enemies have to walk through all sorts of spikes to get anywhere close to us. They did manage to take out a few of our daisies, so we're just going to replace those as we can. They actually attack the seeds right away, so that's not great. But that's okay. Maybe I'll just laugh at them as they walk over my million spikes on the way in. Yeah, we'll probably let the spikes do most of the work moving forward, because the spikes, as far as I can tell, are unkillable. The daisies can die. They obviously have the advantage of range, but if the enemies just have to walk over spikes anyway, they'll just constantly take all sorts of damage. They still can't really get through that layer. They can kill the outer daisies, but they can't get close to my inner daisies. They get stuck on the hedges and the spikes. These guys are a little more the concern because they're so quick, but they do have to go through all of that, by which point they're dead. We've got Missile Bell. Fires anti-air homing projectiles at flying enemies, so I assume we're getting a new enemy type. So let's go ahead and remove a few of the daisies, because we're clearly going to need a few of these things. That also kind of makes me regret a lot of the spikes we placed down. But for now, we're just going to load up with some more daisies on the outside, and we'll build things as we need them. To start the wave, no flying enemies. I did do some more rows of daisies on the outer perimeter just to help slow them down a little bit on the outside. We're on wave 11, and so far we're making it look pretty easy. Nothing's got anywhere close to me, and I haven't seen any flying enemies yet. We did lose one little daisy right here, but I won't miss it. But now the stronger idiots are coming in. They're also getting really exploded on the spikes. I do like how they try and go around the hedges and just get really badly spiked. And the hardest wave of this wave, and we're still doing just fine. Oh, I found our first flying enemy. It's like a balloon dripping paint on the ground. This is good. There's only 4 of them so far, and they're very slow, so we'll see how tough they are. And the spikes are obviously going to do nothing for them. The anti-air defenses, however, certainly will, and we've already popped at least one of them, so we're going to be fine. But I assume that's going to get a little bit harder as time goes on, so I'm going to replace a few of my innermost daisies with these. And then the longer time goes on anyway, the stronger my spikes get and the stronger the hedges get, so ground forces are fighting a losing battle. Wave 12 starts with more of the same. The flying enemies will probably come later. For now, it's ground-based idiots who just slowly trot over my spikes. There are a lot more of them, but that's why we have all those spikes, so they can basically walk to their own deaths. Might have to place a few more daisies down here and there, but for now we're just going to let them spike themselves. Well, they killed a few daisies here and there, but I mean, it's $100 to replace those. They'll probably kill those, but they still have to stop and kill those before they move on. So they act like a defensive hedge in themselves. They're less tough, but they're really quick and cheap to throw down. Oh, look at him. He almost made it through. Well, he did really make it through. Got a hole? Plug it with a daisy. And we're onto the flying moron part of this wave. They'll have no chance at all because our air defenses are even better than before. As long as they can hit the target they're aiming for, which, fine. The air defenses actually give us sort of a slight advantage because they so slowly come in. It gives daisies time to grow and time for other things to grow as well. The wave is done and we've unlocked fertilizer. That simply increases a plant's stats for a limited time, so I guess we'll just use that on whatever's the busiest plant. It is pretty expensive. I can use it on spikes. Oh, that's going to be fun. The enemies are incoming now. I'm going to wait for something stronger to come in, then I'm going to juice up some of the other things to see exactly how strong they get. Like this little guy's going to be particularly busy, and so is this one. So is he firing quicker? Is he firing stronger? It's a little bit hard to tell, but he's better. Those hedges are getting munched down in a bit of a hurry, so we'll just give a few of our... We should probably actually, juice up some of these guys in here because they're not likely to die anyway. This wave definitely is a lot more intense than the previous ones, but with our extra juicy power, we're going to be just fine. The flying idiots aren't getting anywhere close, at least that I saw. I think our tree is probably still very happy. I assume he's at 100 health the whole time. Yeah, even his strong guys are now getting pretty evaporated by the tougher daisies. And I didn't even change anything there. We're just going to go for the next wave and maybe juice up a few things with fertilizer. I guess if we have all the money, why wouldn't we just spend it on extra power flowers? The outer perimeter of our inner flowers are all going to get stronger, including our AA defenses. Maybe a few of our spikes right in the busy locations. This way, nothing is going to get anywhere close to us. I don't know if it's worth it to spend it on the spikes or not. We're losing a few flowers here and there. Yeah, I guess we could use up a few of the spikes in the particularly high busy areas. We're mostly onto AA now anyway. Definitely lost a few daisies there, and so we'll just replace them with more daisies. More high-powered spikes for the particularly annoying bunch. The wave is done. I have $21,000. So I'm just going to bring on the next wave. The more they sparkle, the more dangerous they are. He's about to run over probably several sparkly spikes. And is that going to stop him in his trade? It is. Probably need to do that in a few other key locations too, because there's a lot of these guys coming in everywhere. Maybe I could just, yeah, I've got so much money. I'm just going to sort of go like this, and that's going to help us out in a big way. Because if I don't know what to spend my money on, I might as well just spend it on even temporary upgrades. Upgraded some of the hedges too. Not sure how much I care about them, but you know what? They're doing their part. Inanimate objects matter too. I think we might have lost a hedge down on the bottom. Maybe we need a little more spiky goodness. If anything, at least I've created a very, very sparkly garden. And while we're waiting for the rest of the idiots to come in, we're going to go ahead and plant a few daisies that are going to be another good line of defense for us. I just sort of hope they grow in time. We're going to add a few more spiky defenses and upgrade some hedges and whatever. I'm just going to click away. Oh, actually, we're running out of money. I didn't even realize that. But that's fine. I think we went probably overkill on the defenses this time, because things are basically just touching the spikes and exploding. Wave 15 complete. We've unlocked Rocket Plant. Fires itself at the enemy in an explosion blast and the splash damage. I think that means those are going to be better suited to the inside, because as the enemies come from all their spots, they tend to make a beeline for the tree, so the closer they get, the more they bunch up, especially once they start hitting and trying to eat our flowers. I laid a few of them down for now. We'll let this get started. I will also give the rockets some upgrades to make sure they're maximum power. Okay, it turns out those rockets have a lot of range on them. I didn't think they'd be able to shoot that far, but even when they miss, they seem to just keep going. Maybe their fire rate isn't that high, so maybe that's what their sort of downside is. And there's a lot of enemies coming in anyway, so they'll definitely get exploded everywhere they can. Yeah, these rockets really do have unlimited range, and that's going to be good because it can defend from multiple sides that way. Oh, the sparkly spikes are running out. That's sad. I don't know if I want to spend any more money on sparkly spikes right now anyway. I think what I'll probably do instead is replace some of these inners with rockets. Oh, that was the end of the wave also. But rockets might as well take up this inner space as much as they can, because they have unlimited range, so they'll be able to hit anything anywhere. I am back up to almost 20,000. Wow, they really killed that thing with prejudice. All of my sparkly spikes have mostly worn off by now, but that's okay. All the spikes I'm pretty sure are like fully matured at this point. If not, they're very high damage, whatever the case. And the outer daisies are doing their job well. Things stop to eat them, and then they get rocket exploded. This guy's new. Didn't see him before. Okay, since he's just a giant black slug, we'll make sure that especially hurts. Yeah, here he goes. I don't know where the rockets. There they go. The rockets weren't hitting him, but he's now got to walk over sparkly spikes and quite a few of them, so I'm sure that's gonna hurt. At least I hope it does. Now also, these guys are... Oh, never mind. He's dead. I think the sparkly spikes were really just too much for him. He might have actually destroyed some of the spikes. I didn't know that was even a thing, but we'll put some flowers out there. Then it was just a matter of taking out like 3 airborne idiots, and I've got 30 grand to spend on whatever I want. Oh, we can insta-grow now. $400. Send a plant to its final size, which most of these already are. In fact, I think everything that can be maximum size is maximum size. Let's bring on the next wave. Turns out my spike-based defense is actually really, really strong. Mostly because the spikes are pretty much invulnerable and everything just takes damage from walking on them. We got another boss coming in up here, so we'll go ahead and give it some more sparkly spikes. I feel like he's not going to last long on there. He's going to walk onto the spikes and get evaporated like the last one did. Oh, look at all the money. Oh, he is absorbing his spikes. I heard them. So while we're waiting, let's get a few max level hedges there to replace that. And we got to put some spikes back that we can instantly get to max level though. It's not cheap, but we're really rich anyway. I guess while we're at it, we might as well fertilize pretty much everything because we have the money to do so. At least the outer edge. That way, at least for anything to get to us, they got to go through big damage spikes. And we just got a few AA idiots left. I'm glad they died quickly because my sparkles won't last forever. So make the next wave come. So far, my incredible defenses seem to be holding up very well. Everything's getting absolutely obliterated. I'm pretty sure I could just sit back and relax at this point and everything's gonna get melted. There is a big boy coming from over there. And there's also one coming from up there. We got multiple bosses coming in. So they are gonna come in and destroy this. Well, he didn't destroy any spikes. This one will though, because he can get a little bit closer. He's gonna absorb some of the spikes, but those spikes are also gonna absorb him. But watch the slow, painful, suffering death of this moron. I'm also just going to replace those spikes with rockets. I'm just going to start putting rockets everywhere. They seem to be just a lot of fun. I figure this way with all of our money we can transition to a rocket defense that might work suitably well, or it might be horrible. It's no spikes after all. We finished that wave. I've got $40,000 now. We're actually just making a lot of profit. So we're going to go ahead and remove a few of the spikes that probably haven't really done anything in a long time anyway, and just replace them with rockets. Nothing's been able to break through these hedges anyway, so we might as well put something better behind them, and then things will get even less close to the inner circle. I added a lot of rockets, so things are going to be kind of ridiculous. And then we're also going to sparkle all the rockets too, just to make sure we're really doing maximum damage. And you know what? I'm just going to start sparkling everything again. We might as well spend this money. We're making it faster than we're spending anyway. This seems to be working better. Nothing's getting anywhere close to our stuff anymore. Here comes another big boy. I think he's going to be evaporated quickly. Is he different? He's got teeth. Did the other ones have teeth? I can't, well, he's dead. He wasn't that special. I think we did lose a tower or two there somehow. I wasn't really paying attention because I didn't care. I was just lost in the sound of explosions. If the rockets are on the outer edge too, they can actually attack enemies like way off the map. So they're actually killing stuff where we can't see them. I'm pretty sure what we needed all along is walls of rockets. These should be able to kill everything instantly, even off the map. Whatever that was is probably dead. Yeah, this is a little better. I'm still not sure we have enough rockets though. Ooh, here comes another boss. He's gonna be in trouble once these rockets are ready to fire. Never mind. Decided to upgrade my defenses a little bit more because escalation is key. That's actually really loud on my ears. Those are loud rockets. But I feel like our defenses are gonna be adequate, being that we're not even able to find any enemies yet. There's our first one, and there he goes. So the rockets basically fire in sequence. You can see the outer ones fire and take all the enemies out, so the inner ones wait for any enemies to survive long enough to be in range. But spoiler alert, there's not going to be a lot of enemies in range. We still have enough AA in the center to stop these guys. That sound actually hurts my ears and gives me a headache, which means we're probably doing things right finally. I did want to see a boss versus these rockets, but I think we probably already did. He just died off the screen somewhere. Like that could have been a boss. Oh, there's a boss. Nope, never mind. That was wave 22. We lost 0 towers throughout that. But that's because the rockets are able to kill everything right away. Anything that spawns on the map gets 800 rockets fired in its face instantly. Now, for anyone wondering, this game is called Grow Your Garden because I know a lot of people are going to ask. Mission accomplished, we protected the tree. I've really grown to appreciate the otter lately, so we're going to see if we can make a mess with that. We're going to throw a mosquito and then an otter down. The otter boosts the mosquito. And then I'd honestly rather just roll for more otters with my remaining money. We got one, and that's okay. Because we're only fighting 2 idiots on the other side anyways. It's going to be a draw, but I'll take a draw. Now we can just start stacking up our otters, which are then going to boost something else. And that's kind of the name of the game. But when we do finally get something, we need to take advantage because we can't roll for otters endlessly. But we have 2 units, which strangely is often more than enough to get the job done, especially in the early game.
Not this time.
So add to that a level 2 mosquito. We're going to put a giraffe in to start scaling something right away. And we're going to save a meat bone for an ant. I'm on turn whatever, and I still haven't fielded a full lineup once yet. And we're going to start to feel the effects of that pretty soon, but we're still not doing that badly. And I really like the strategy where if you have something in the front of the lineup that basically has an effect once it dies, give it a meat bone. That way it'll kill something, then do a useful effect. I could also throw a crab down because it's going to emulate something else's health. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to throw a crab down. I'm just going to boost the ant a little bit more. And for the first time, we have a full lineup. And I mean, I have a giraffe scaling a mosquito right now, so we'll probably be fine ultimately. So you die, then you die, and you die next. Then we're going to have a loss.
God damn it!
I'm mostly just blaming this on the lack of otters. Nice of you to finally show up. Now that he's level 2, he gives a +2/+2. And we also have a penguin. So we're going to go ahead and probably remove the otter at this point because the penguin is now going to boost the mosquito at least. So the mosquito will get a double boost moving forward. We have some garlic armor, which I'm going to give to that mosquito. Then I'm going to save you for next time and maybe you just so you can upgrade the ant once. So every turn at least, the mosquito is going to get +2/+2 and everything else we level up is also going to get a boost. What weird teams. I don't know why we're not fighting full teams, but I'll take it. I need the help. So you get one of you and we get a skunk, which I do quite enjoy these days as well. So we're actually going to replace the crab because crabs are stupid anyway. Then we're going to hit the giraffe and hopefully we get something that stacks. We'll take the garlic armor at the very least. Also, the skunk is going to remove that 1/3 of the health of their strongest unit, which does make a big difference, especially when things start scaling really hard. But so far, so good. We're after a bit of a rough start, but we're making it work. I might actually freeze this parrot for now because if you put it behind a skunk, that knocks 2 units down by 33%, and obviously that adds up pretty quick. I'm going to give some garlic to the giraffe to let it have a fighting chance. Swans are also good, but it's a little bit late to start scaling one. In saying that, we're going to have a level 2 giraffe now, so both of these are going to get a boost, and we also got a monkey, which is one of the very best units available in the game. So hopefully we win this turn. If not, we're going to be okay. Look at all that boosting going on. We might end up this one with just a really overpowered ant. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll see how this all goes. They have that strategy, but it was a draw anyways. So we're going to get rid of this skunk for now and put a monkey in. In saying that, we're going to actually swap this ant out and we're going to put a dolphin up front. We're going to give that dolphin a bit of garlic. The monkey's going to boost the dolphin because the dolphin's going to end up being our carry. And there's the other skunk we probably wanted a while ago. So we're going to give the monkey some honey. The dolphin's going to get +4/+4 every turn at least for now, and that's going to add up quickly. But I mostly just want this initial attack from the dolphin too to do some damage, which took out the scorpion, which is great because that scorpion was not going to do me any favors. Then we take up those two, and then we survive with a victory. Not by much, but I'm glad we had a victory there. We also got a crocodile, which is probably actually better than a dolphin. It does more damage. It just always attacks the rear unit. And I'm a little unsure how I want to proceed with this one. We've actually got some nice options going. So I'm going to spin a few times, hopefully just finding something of use. 2 crocodiles is kind of changing my mind quickly. So we're going to throw 2 crocodiles up front, and I really hope I don't regret this. We'll just keep flip-flopping on a strategy until something works. The crocodile is already 13 and 9. He just works out really good for summoning builds because he hits whatever's at the back, which is normally their turkey or otherwise. But we just took out the bulk of their team already, so we're done. There's trophy number 4. Alright, well, this wasn't the best of turns, so that's really going to hurt, but at least we'll have better units moving forward very slightly. Really want an upgraded crocodile, but he's already up to 17 and 13. Plus, he's going to lob big damage at their monkey. This team's not going to do so well for us. But that's okay. We knew we were going to struggle with one of the teams along the way. Let's hope it was just that one. Okay, finally got some chocolate. So you're going to get a bigger boost every turn now. A snail would be fun to boost everything, but that's not really what I wanted. We're going to hold on to chocolate for a second. Oh, actually, we're not. We're going to boost the monkey. That way our crocodile is going to get a mega boost. Aside from that, I'm just going to, I don't know, give that to you for now. Just because I want to spend something on something. So the crocodile gets a 7 +8/+8 boost. So provided I can survive for a few turns, that's going to help carry me. So you're going to come back for him, you're going to take him out, and the kitty cat.
For such a haywire team, this is actually doing it.
I'm probably going to put garlic on the crocodile instead, because this is just not really doing much of anything. We're going to freeze that in case we do find something nice. Might hold on to the pizza as well. It's really dangerous to have a mosquito this late in the game, but it is scaling, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I could also put the tiger cub behind the crocodile to deal extra damage to the rear thing, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go like that and hope for the best. My general tankiness will hopefully carry me through this a little ways. That scorpion's in a bad spot though. Snakes are also pretty annoying to deal with, but we managed to draw thanks to my mushrooms. Don't really want to upgrade the giraffe anymore. I just can't really be bothered. I could replace the giraffe, but the giraffe's gonna scale. He scales, so that's a stupid idea. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put the pear on the crocodile. We're going to like that so everything gets a boost. Then we're going to spin till we find something worthwhile. I did find a second tiger cub. I just don't really have anything that's worth firing twice on. The crocodile maybe, but then we got to sacrifice all that tankiness. So I'm going to freeze my meat and we'll just see how this goes. We took out their monkey, which doesn't mean much. He took us out, but then we took them out. I don't know why this team is as effective as it is this late in the game. We're already on turn 14. Normally we're getting destroyed by now. So we're going to give the penguin a bit of a boost because if we can get him leveled up, that would be just fine by me. Not much going on here, so let's just go like that. One more level for the crocodile scale, and then we're probably going to swap him out for the mosquito to scale that one better. Or something entirely new if need be. We really need some melon armor because we just lost our basically everything because of that. Melon armor, please. And that's pretty much all I want. We're going to give that to you. And then I'm going to... Oh, that was a third tiger. Oh, we still have a third tiger. That's not really going to work anyway because we get a boost out of that. But there's the armor we wanted. So let's save that and figure out how we want to do this. Because those two... I could get a level 2 tiger, so it's going to scale off basically everything. But then if it's in the front of the lineup, it's not going to boost anything. I'm really stupid. I forgot to swap the mosquito out. That's going to cost me quite a bit. But at least we won't die to a stupid rhino that would run through our lineup. But the rest of their units are pretty strong, so we're in trouble. Considering the start we had though, that team made it pretty far and did surprisingly effectively. This one's off to a little bit better of a start. We're only on turn 3, but I already have a level 2 otter that's already boosted my mosquitoes up pretty nicely, so I'm going to throw a flamingo out front and hope for more otters. I think this time I do at least want to thin out my lineup just a little bit, so I'm going to throw a pig down because I'll get extra value out of him, and I'm going to throw an apple down on my mosquito to keep that going strong. And that's going to look like this when it comes to a battle. That's a really strong fish. We can at least match its quality, but it's going to be a draw ultimately. But good news, one roll later and we got ourselves a better otter, so I'm actually going to put those together. I'm going to throw some meat on you. I'm probably actually going to sell you, which seems like a strange choice, but I want the boost to go to either, well, hopefully the mosquito. Perfect. Then we throw a fish down just for some value, and we freeze this one for later, and you for later, and you for later. So we already have a 9/9 mosquito that's going to get boosted by the flamingo, who's hopefully going to kill whatever's in front of him. But this is all a theory until it actually happens. But we kind of had the same idea there. 10/8 mosquito is going to definitely do some damage, and we're good.
Well, this could be the one.
Now I just need a little bit of luck. The mosquito becomes 10/10. I'm going to throw a swan down because I need that money value. And hopefully we get something here. We'll probably do a honey badger at some point. The fish is kind of a placeholder for now. I'm going to throw that down anyway just to give some value there, because if I level up that fish one more, it boosts everything else. Then hopefully the team I built can carry us through. That's going to hurt everything, but that's going to hurt them also. So it's another draw. So instead of the fish, I'm going to change strategies really hard because we're going to do that. And then we're going to get a melon armor mosquito, which is very strong right now. On top of that, we're going to put a badger at the back. We're going to freeze that for a second. And depending on what we get, we're going to put garlic armor or honey on something. Garlic armor it is onto you. Kind of wish I'd won more matches by now. The team is okay so far. I wouldn't call it a superstar, but it's definitely serviceable. That's a lot of damage down the end, so I think the badger might have to clean up a little bit for us on this one. Now we're starting to get somewhere a little bit. I don't really want the flamingo anymore. We're going to put you on to start doing some scaling. I'm going to boost you. I'm going to boost you. Wish I had some honey for that stupid badger though. We'll save you. We'll maybe save you. And that's it for this turn. Didn't really make a lot of improvements there, unfortunately. I'm just hoping my super mosquito can carry us through a little bit. It's definitely wrecking the first part of their team, and that team is also in a transitional phase. So we're going to throw that down just to make everything better, and then we're going to get a honey badger. I wish its stats were slightly higher. But every turn now, my mosquito and otter are getting a boost, and the melon armor definitely saved me against that hippo, which would have obliterated everything in a big way. But honey badger. Because we don't seem to find another swan, I'm actually going to remove that money value and throw a dolphin down. We're going to boost the mosquito a little more because he's my carry for now. The penguin's going to give those guys a bigger boost, so we'll save this. There's the swan I needed a moment ago, and we'll also take that, and we're going to take a big risk here. But this could actually be a lot of fun. So these two both get +2/+2 every turn, so they're going to scale really hard. And I got another stupid mosquito. I didn't really mean to do that, but here we are. So you're going to kill those two. We're going to have some annoying sheep to deal with, and we won, but only barely. So I'm just going to do this, as much as that really kind of pains me right now. But that makes everything that much stronger. We're going to throw the otter down. He's going to boost the badger, which is fine. Don't really want any of those. You, I might. So things like we could buy a swan straight up now for 9 and 6, or a crocodile for 14 and 7. Since I'm happy with my team, I'm going to scale this store instead. Sometimes this works, sometimes this is an absolute disaster. That's a really annoying summoning team, so I wish I had a rhino right now. Yeah, we're not gonna survive this. It was close though. Okay, so since we can go like that, I'm gonna replace probably the badger with you, because you're getting pretty strong. We're gonna throw some garlic armor on you, and we're gonna keep spinning until we hopefully get something worth our time. But at least now I'm throwing out lots of damage before anything even happens, so we're going to take out their fish at least. We got one of the units down before the fight even started, and we should have the power to get through all this. Especially thanks to my... never mind. That hit harder than I thought. Oh, it's nothing a little old upgrade won't solve. We'll throw that down just to give something a boost, and we'll also give probably the crocodile a boost. I feel like I'm going to like the crocodile a lot this time. And because I'm missing out on a lot of scaling. So we took out their swan. I would have loved to take out their turkey instead, but they might have placed that in that spot intentionally. So this one is also not going to go our way because of this stupid turkey. Well, we got another one of those, so we might lay that down just to make the shop idiots a little stronger. There's some monkeys that we could also utilize. And I think we're going to. We're going to lay both of those down right there to scale whatever's in front, which is pretty much just going to be the mosquito at this point because we're already round 13. I'm hoping that sacrifice is worth it. Okay, this time it's going to work because I took out their turkey, which is a big part of their team. We're still in a little bit of danger, but not nearly as much as we would have been otherwise. And we lost.
Darn, 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 darny, darn!
The very next game, we're off to another pretty good start. There's a level 2 otter who's boosting up the fish in a big way, and we've got a few mosquitoes to put up behind that. No more otters, but we're going to get a better fish, and then it's all going to scale really nicely. So that fish should be able to eliminate at least the first few idiots, and then the otter, and then the mosquito, and there we go. 2 games, 2 victories to start. Plus this will be good, because I can put you there, then I can do you here, and you're going to level up everything there. Plus we got scaling already too. So this one is going to be a very good start. And I think we're probably going to win this one. I'd be surprised if we didn't. We're going to hit them with a bunch of mosquito power. We're going to take out their strong idiot, and then we still have 3 full mosquitoes left. 3 games, 3 victories. So we also have an otter, so we're going to put all those together. A pufferfish also isn't bad, but we're going to put you there. Hopefully you go into the... Whoops, you were supposed to stack. Seriously, it moved out of the way. I would have got a bigger bonus, whatever. You go there, you go there. We're going to stack you and maybe put a pufferfish on the rear end. Instead of that, let's just make the fish a little stronger. We only need 4 units to make this work. Plus that mosquito will launch 2 damage at the beginning of the battle, so we'll see how this goes. We got a long ways, but a summoning build is a pretty good counter to what I've just built. But it's a draw at least. There are 2 snails that I would like to save potentially for our loss, which is probably coming soon with the way I'm playing, but here's a fun one I do sometimes. Put a giraffe behind a giraffe. This will scale that, that'll scale that, and later you just combine these anyway. What's not to like? So we'll maybe just go like that, and we'll throw some honey on you for now just in case, and off we go. And no, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but who's counting anyway? We're going to kill you, we're going to kill you, you're definitely going to die, you're also going to die. That's a pretty strong dog. I didn't really realize that before. We actually lost that one. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't think that was going to happen that soon. But now everything there can get a boost unless we want to swap something out for a camel, which we don't. So you go there, big boost, you go there, another big boost. We're going to hold that, hopefully get another snail. We didn't get a snail, but we're going to give you garlic armor. So the team's pretty strong now. The fish is up to 16 and 5. Everything's almost at 10-10 now with excluding the snail. And even with all of that, the fish took out most of their team and the giraffe finished them off. Victory 4. I got another snail now. It'd be kind of fun to just build up a snail at the rear end too, because as soon as we lose, he's going to give everyone a bigger boost. I've never tried that before, so it's probably a bad idea, so I'm going to do it. We did also get a penguin though. He's going to give a boost to pretty much everyone, so the snail thing is already a bad strategy. And given how strong everyone is already, I'm just going to go like this. That way the shop can kind of keep up, because now if I want to bring a skunk in, he's already 7-7 without any touches. But everyone's going to get a boost here. I feel like this team's already pretty self-sufficient considering what stage of the game we're in, because my fish is pretty much going to destroy their entire team. Hey, look at that. We have another otter to put on there. Should I make him stronger first? How we doing overall as a team? Pretty good. So you go there. Oh, and it went straight to the fish. Perfect. That only gives a +2 bonus though. I thought it would be a little more. But there's my second skunk, so pretty soon I can put the skunks in there to replace the mosquito. Actually, I'm going to do that now because he can knock off 1/3 of the health of something in front of me. We'll hopefully get a level 2 skunk so the penguin can boost him too. Also, I'm going to take the parrot because the otter's probably going to replace at some point, so it could be basically 2 skunks in a row attacking, which does a lot of damage. I will start to lose to teams though that had things like monkeys on them, because monkeys scale so damn hard. But this team didn't have a monkey, it had other things, but we decimated them. Well, seeing as the fish is able to pretty well carry the team and the parrot isn't too far off, I'm going to do something risky here. I keep taking risks today and it's not paying off. But now we basically have 2 skunks doing lots of damage. We're even going to put some garlic armor on this skunk. Then we're going to give the fish a boost. End turn. So let's see how this goes. We're going to take 33% off the top 2 on their team. So that actually helped me out in a big way. The fish did most of the work. The rest of the team will pick up the slack. Victory number 7. So now the skunk is going to take 66% damage off of the strongest one. He's also going to start to scale. The giraffe has long since run its course, so now we're going to have a leopard in the way, unless we can upgrade the leopard a little bit before laying it down. We can't, but we can get it definitely closer to getting on the scaling program. What a weird assortment of a team. I could also put the parrot behind the leopard. Later on that will swap, but If that's confusing to you, it's also confusing to me, so it doesn't have to make sense. But let's see these idiots in action. Okay, we took the armor off him, which is actually not helpful because, yep. But actually, we managed to draw out of all that. And there's my beloved snake. I was looking through my victories. I have more snakes on winning teams than any other unit. I just realized my team's kind of fragile overall. I need them scaling better, but I also need, well, pretty much any kind of help I can get. There we go. There's the next, so we put you there, we put the leopard there. Now you're going to scale with everyone else. We're going to keep you just in case, and we're going to keep you. It is only turn 11 right now, so we're not going to run into crazy strong teams, but we could run into pretty strong teams. I'm just hoping my skunk and leopard can really start to tear some of these teams down for me. Kind of like that. Alright, so far so good. That was a team in transition. In 2 turns, that team would have wrecked me, but for now, I got him. But every turn though too, this leopard is going to do more and more damage, which is great, because we're really wrecking their teams. They don't really even have a chance to get rolling before I steamroll them. Hey, wouldn't you know it? The penguin's now level 2, the parrot is now level 2, so this is going to attack twice basically. Twice at level 2, so we're dishing out, well, let's call it 34 damage before the fight even starts. That's a lot of damage. Plus, the skunk is going to knock 2/3 of the health off something, so this is an interesting team. I really like this, and we've got 7 lives left, so we can still be pretty stupid and get away with it. I think this team is boned. I think I'm going to roll right through this team fairly easily. Yep. So that was kind of unexpected, but what an effective, weird little team. Nothing there was obscenely strong, but the leopard with the parrot and the skunk just decimates a team before the fight even starts. And I only lost 1 battle the entire time, I think. This is absolutely free, so let's see just how good it really is. We're going to use our rectangle to attack squares. As we kill them, we gain experience. We turn the experience into upgrades like more damage and attack speed, which means we can destroy them even quicker, and we're going to give ourselves more hit point regeneration. Now we can melt them, they'll hurt us, but we'll regenerate our health right back. The more upgrades we buy, the more expensive they're going to get, but we're going to add a lot of attack speed. If we're a machine gun, nothing will be able to stop us ever. They are starting to do a little bit of damage, so we're going to add some HP regeneration and more HP in total. Because inevitably, these little squares are going to be able to touch me. They're not very bright, but they are persistent. Currently, the enemy base damage is 2.2 and their health is 9, so we're doing plenty of damage to defeat them, so what we really need is attack speed. What we want is damage, but what we need is attack speed. And today, we're going to go for what we need, at least for a minute, and then we're going to turn back into what we want. The enemies are definitely getting stronger. They're up to 18 base health and 5 damage. So we're going to turn our damage up, but our attack speed's going to be the big one. Their health is getting up there again, but we're now at 2 attacks per second. That feels a lot better than where we were. Without that, we wouldn't be alive. I'm also going to turn up my HP and HP regeneration because those hurt. And we got a big square coming our way. Didn't even know that was a thing. We're going to take it out, hopefully. Maybe not. We were destroyed by the boss, who's just a bigger square, but we got resources. So we can convert our 934 squares into another 23 brown boxes. We spend those things on things like a workshop for 5, and the workshop gives us all sorts of new options to take with things like analysis, doubles a chance to randomly unlock new modules, yes. We can also use the actual workshop to increase permanently our attack speed and basic attack, anything we can bring into battle with us. Unfortunately, I spent all my resources elsewhere so far, so it's simply back to battle for a minute while we gather some more resources. And before you know it, we were crushed and returned back to the lobby, where we can turn some of our white blocks into blue blocks. But now our basic attack is going to be this much stronger because I can afford several of these upgrades. So now my basic attack is 11. We're starting at 11 damage, so now all we really need to do is stack attack speed, and we're going to be that much further ahead this time. But I still need to remember for some HP and HP regeneration. It's beautiful. The more we kill, the stronger we get, and the more we can kill because of it. Because of the extra damage we started with, we're already up to 2 attacks per second, and I'm going to add a little bit more damage because that's really cheap to do now. And then I'm going to turn the damage back up again because the boss is coming, maybe at wave 10. There he is. He doesn't look that intimidating, but he's pretty strong. We're doing 32 damage per shot. Don't know if that's... and we melted the boss. And then I was in the menu trying to upgrade stuff, and then I got exploded again, but I unlocked a new module, otherwise known as basic bouncing. So I'm going to go ahead and slide that in around basic attack. And then to make that even better, increase the total damage output of the tower by 1% for each offensive module. So that's only going to be 1% damage for now, but that's going to add up over time. Then I have 1,000 of these white blocks after that little adventure. That's going to turn into 20 blue blocks. So currently we have a 5% chance to have our things bounce around. If we turn that up, we get a little bit of an increase, but it's not huge. So we're going to leave that at a basic number for now. We just want more basic attack damage. So now when we start our little adventure, we're doing 20 damage. And we can obviously increase our attack speed, and we can increase our bounce chance as well. That basically means our shots will bounce from one idiot to the next. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Either way, we're just going to add a lot of attack speed. So I've only leveled up my damage. That's now 5 times, and we're doing 37 damage, which is way too much. That's 3 times these idiots' health. But that's what we do here. We go a little overkill. We've created the most dangerous rectangle in the entire world, and we're going to keep attacking, adding attack speed to it. Okay, here comes the boss again. We should be able to melt him considering we're doing 38.1 damage, so he died very quickly this time. Now hopefully his little minions won't also hurt us that badly. We just need more attack speed. Now we have green squares. They're not all very uniform though, and I'm not sure if there's a difference between them. They have 35 HP, they do 8.7 damage. More attack speed. Also maybe more damage. Now we're up to 42 damage, so we're still one-shotting them. That's very important. I'm also going to add some more HP regeneration and some HP in general. But we're obviously a lot stronger than we were just now. We're already up to almost $1,500. Okay, I need to add a little bit more damage so we can continue to one-shot them, and maybe we're going to add some bounces because these are cheap upgrades. Okay, they suddenly wrecked me because I didn't realize they jumped up to 14 base damage, so they get strong quickly. That was wave 16. So what I need now is another 8 brown boxes. That puts us a total of 50. That means I can unlock the headquarters, which is being built right here. This is what a typical construction project looks like. Like any good headquarters, it's exciting purple. The headquarters we're not going to worry about just yet. Not while I've got blue blocks to be making. We're going to turn 1,350 of these into 27 blue ones. But that means I can finally get 1 level of attack speed. I don't really know if this is going to be worth it, but we now attack faster because of it. Also, basic regeneration and basic HP is also going up. So now it's going to take a lot less effort to get through this. Our basic attack speed is 1.57 per second. And I still just need a lot more attack speed. We're definitely able to do the damage, we just can't kill them quick enough, so it's always about attack speed. While the bouncing thing is kind of nice, it's not particularly useful yet, so I either need to way upgrade it or replace it with something better. Eventually, I want this fireball thing to just be a laser beam that just goes by to melt. We're coming up to the boss already, but we should be able to melt Doom because he had way high attack speed and he didn't even touch me. But we're back onto the green ones already, and these ones obviously start to hit very hard very quickly, so we need to upgrade our defenses. Our damage is up to 47. They only have 40 health right now, but they're getting up there stronger and stronger. I do already regenerate 6 HP per second though, so that's going to help keep us alive. We need to make sure our damage still goes up because they have 50 HP suddenly. So we're still one-shotting them, but that's not going to last for many more waves. We need that damage to go up higher and higher. Wave 18 HP regeneration is 7.7 per second. We're going to add a little bit more HP, so we have 175 total. But they're up to 76, so we need some more damage. That way we can actually go through them, and I'm pretty sure we're going to hit a boss on wave 20. Okay, we got a big green idiot coming in, but we're doing 90 damage so far. Hopefully we're able to kill him. If not, back to the upgrades. And we're not going to stop until we get there. We got him. He is dead. Which brings us to the red blocks, wave 21. These guys have 91, so we're definitely going to need that damage to keep going up. Look at all the resources we're getting though. We're up to almost 3,000. And I did manage to slip in a very expensive attack speed upgrade. They are getting very expensive at this point, but they're getting lots of resources when we do kill them. Oh, look at that HP drop. But we did unlock elemental resistance. So I'm going to slot that in amongst the defensive ones, and then we're going to turn everything we got into blues. So 3,300 of those make 66 blue guys. And since elemental resistance is quite cheap to start with, we're going to get a few levels there just to make sure we're able to get some upgrades there. We're going to increase our attack speed one more time, and then basic attack damage. And then basic regeneration is also going up. And then since we did level up again, we're going to take the total damage resistance increased by 1% for each module, so that's an extra 3% defense. And the different color blocks have different things. White is neutral, red is fire, green is nature. I don't know what I am. I'm really just damage. But we're starting out with 4.4% resistance and 1.6 attacks per second, 24 damage, so we're really in good shape. And elemental resistance can actually go up quite a lot quite easily. But as always, what we really want is attack speed and damage. The enemies are very, very weak, so we might as well milk it. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on high speed while we farm away these basic idiots until our attack speed is way high up. And here comes the first boss. Our damage is pretty high up there, so he died quicker than ever before. Our damage is already up to 66, but we're onto the greenies. For the first time, we're up to 2.5 attacks per second, and we're doing 90 damage already, so that should make short work of the green guy and everyone else around him. Damage is going up. I think this extra elemental defense is actually really, really good for us, especially because we're hitting the fire guys now, so there should be extra resistance for them. We can even see what they're like. They have 107 HP, they do 26.8 elemental damage. But we can massacre our way right through them. But we are going to need more attack damage because we're not one-shotting them, and never mind, they hurt. But we unlocked Nature Burst. That sounds good. Apparently this is 5 damage, and it seems to get really strong really easily, so we're going to take basic bounce out and replace it with nature burst. Another 3350 converted into blues gets a 67. I'm not really sure what nature burst is or it does, so we're just going to definitely give that some upgrades, and I'm also going to put basic attack way up. And the rest can maybe go into nature burst or elemental resistance is probably the wiser choice. So we can try and find out what nature burst does. It might just be a thing that happens when they get close, or every once in a while. There seems to be something happening. Our basic damage is now 42. On our first round with this, I thought 42 was really high because that's like when we fought the boss. Nature burst definitely does a lot of damage. I just don't know how often it goes off or what it looks like. Okay, here comes the boss. We one-shotted the boss. I think we must have used nature burst on him and then he died. So every once in a while when I hit someone, it does the nature burst damage. At least I think that's what that is, because there was 300 damage to them. They probably have some kind of elemental resistance. Also with those damage upgrades, our damage is now up to 146 base damage. We're not attacking as quick as last time, but we can fix that. Here comes the big green boss who died in a few hits. And then we're right back to the red guys, and we're definitely destroying them fairly easily this time. But they do hit pretty hard, so I'm going to try and turn my HP and regeneration up, because they can definitely take a big bite out of me. Okay, we seem to be at the point where we can kind of keep them at bay. We're almost at wave 30, so we'll see a new boss and whatever's after the red guys. Attack speed seems to be maxed at 2.5 per second now, which actually seems pretty quick. There's the red boss, he's already dead, and we've destroyed all the red blocks. Now for some beautiful brown blocks, they're destroying me. They are really strong, but we got 5,000 resources. Ooh, we got multi-shot. That might be better than whatever we got. So there's a 10% chance to hit 2 targets for it to begin with. We might take nature burst out because I think multi-shot would probably be better. I also just used my level up to unlock this here, so we have nature burst and multi-shot now. And we're going to convert all of these, so we have 100 blue bricks to spend. So we're definitely going to put some into multi-shot because that's going to make our lives easier. At least I hope it is. And then we're going to put more into attack damage because attack speed is really expensive. And defensive resistance, absolutely. So now there's like a 1 in 7 or 8 chance of a multi-shot, so we just fire in multiple directions. If we added the bounce to that, that could be a nice synergy. For now, we're just going to keep stacking up attack speed. Base damage is 60, so we really don't need any help there. And here comes the boss. A few shots and he's dead. I've got my attack speed maxed out. We're at 193 base damage. I'm going to turn my multi-shot chance up. Just when we start getting into stronger idiots, we'll just have more chance to hit multiple directions. And then there's less surrounding us to hurt us. And we're back to the brown guys that destroyed us last time. So far, we're doing all right with them. We need more multi-shot though, because multi-shot actually makes a difference. When it says +2, I think it means, yeah, we're actually firing 3 at once, which is really helping to carry us through, because these brown guys destroyed us last time, and it's only 1 run later and we're destroying them. They are starting to make it to us though, so that's alarming, because it doesn't take many of them to kill us. But every time we do, we can convert all of our stuff into blue gems. And then we can spend our 130 on things like basic regeneration, so we're going to just regenerate health very quickly, very easily. Same with HP, we'll just get more of that right from the beginning. And elemental resistance. Now we're going to be so much tougher than we were before. So we're starting at 7 HP regeneration and 150 HP. So we're only going to go up from here in a big way. The first boss is coming in. We one-shotted him yet again. And the higher these levels go, the bigger the gaps are. Like we can get ourselves up to 350 HP and 17 HP regen. So the problem with these brown blocks before is they do 51 damage and now do 55 damage, which is why we need the resistance and all the HP and HP regeneration. Plus they have 256 HP, which I didn't really realize, so we're going to need more damage to actually get through them. So we made it to the boss, wave 40, and we destroyed the boss fairly easily. We're going to need more damage though, because these guys get stronger quick. We're fighting our own kind, the white blocks. So far we're destroying them, but they do 85 damage and have 340 HP, so we definitely need to keep up on our own stats. Yeah, as soon as they get to me and touch me, my HP goes down really quick. So I'll just keep cranking up these numbers until they either don't touch me or I die in an instant just like that. So we got lots of resources, 9,500. And we unlocked Nature's Touch, which I think we already had. So it turns out Nature's Touch deals nature damage to the primary target and heals the tower by a percentage of the total damage dealt. I like that, so we're going to take out Nature Burst and put in Nature Touch. So to begin with, it only does 1 damage, but it does 3% healed of that damage. And I have 189 points to spend. So we're going to upgrade our speed again just a little bit. And Nature's Touch is going to go up, because I feel like if we're able to heal ourselves, that gives us a big advantage. Basic attack speed, for how expensive it is, doesn't actually go up that much. But Nature's Touch is going to add 5 damage already, and we're going to get healing back from that. So let's put 36 experience points into Nature's Touch, and see how that brings us up to 13 damage just from that. Now it's 15 damage. And we rapid fire that pretty quick, so that's going to bring a lot of healing into ourselves while adding damage. I feel like if we get Nature's Touch high enough in damage, we could really use that to our own advantage. It'd really just be healing us while doing a bunch of damage going out. We're back into the white blocks where we're just barely one-shotting them for now. We are healing as we hit them, but we're only getting a little bit of healing back. Because if we only get 3% of damage from Nature's Touch, we're getting like a little over 1 damage per shot, 1 health per shot back, which isn't enough because they're going to do 100 every time they hit me. But these 3 upgrades were enough to catapult us through to the white boss. We should be able to destroy the white cube, hopefully. That would have hurt. That's still going to destroy us. We couldn't heal through that yet, but we unlocked wave resources. So I guess that just gives us extra resource for every wave. I don't even know what I do with that. Okay, we just added on there underneath. Now we have a wave resource. Oh, I see, but we can't have it all at once anyways. So I'm going with 4 offensive, 2 defensive, and then wave resource, because I think that's actually going to help us just make more money moving forward. That's a good investment. So 90 resources per wave. We'll see how that actually works. I'm not entirely sure what it means. Now we're going to need things like more damage. Nature's Touch might need a little bit of help, though it's getting expensive. Multi-shot's also a good one. And a few points into health and HP regeneration right at its base. So this resource generation thing might be a really big upgrade, but we'll see how this goes. We already at 208 for the first wave. I don't know how much it was giving us before. I do know we're making these early waves look stupidly easy. Like here's the first boss, 2 shots. Wasn't anything special, 2 shots and he's absolutely melted. And we only have wave 13 and I've already got 390 HP, make that 430. I'd say the resource generator works because we already have 10,000 resources and we only started the brown waves. The white blocks are still going to start to give us trouble because they have 370 HP and 92 damage. So we're doing our best to keep ahead with our damage. We're up to 389 plus 20 something. We're still able to one-shot them, but only barely, but we're going to deal with the white cube boss now. We're probably going to destroy him. We're going to have so many resources after this though, 20,000. But we're going to put our HP regeneration and HP way up again, because these are starting to seem relatively clean and we're back to green squares. They're starting to hit us already though, so there's not much we can do about it now. They hit for 145, which is enough to destroy us. So we're going to put 50% of our resources into the brown things again so we can upgrade our workshop itself. And because I've upgraded the workshop, I can add another one in here so I can have nature attack as well, which is just going to be more pure damage. And it's going to be really cheap to start adding that. So we're going to base levels, it's a few damage, so if we go that much with it, it's already adding 34 damage just out of nowhere. Nature's Touch I think is going to be good once we scale it, and it's just going to be a matter of scaling it a lot. So our base damage is 110 plus the nature attack of another 30 plus Nature's Touch, so we're looking at almost 150 base damage. And that's essentially with 0 upgrades at all. But one of the first things I do want to upgrade is my wave resource thing. That way when we're done this, we can have tons of resources. And it's really not like my damage needs any help at all at this point. So my damage is basically 360 per shot already, and it's only wave 21. Jumping into wave 40, we're fighting the brown square. We are very tough. We absolutely destroyed that thing. And we're definitely doing about 500 damage per shot at this point. We're doing 2.5 of those every second. And here comes the white boss again. We've absolutely destroyed that. We're now doing 500 base damage plus 150 here plus 30 here, about 700 damage. But this is where things get tough because they start to hit me for 126 damage each, so I need to step up my regeneration and HP. Maybe also multi-shot would be a good idea, because the more chance I have of firing multi-shots, the more likely we're going to kill them before they even touch me once. Wave 59 is going down easy. Wave 60 should have the green boss, so we should be able to melt him pretty quickly as well. We can even see his stats, 1600 attack. He would absolutely one-shot me. He has 6400 HP, so wow, he's actually really strong. Okay, he almost destroyed us there. Okay, we're going to turn our multi-shot up so we can hopefully take care of the new red blocks who are going to start hurting us very badly also. Everything's hurting again. We're going to need that little toughness. But we're doing about 800 damage per shot, but that's definitely not enough to save us. I didn't realize I had so much room for more blueprints at this point, so I added both elemental resistance back in. I just unlocked earth resistance, so that's going to help us. Plus a bunch more of our attack stuff again. And then I got another 600 blue things to spend, so we'll just add random things a bunch more, and that's going to help us do a lot more damage. So after spending all that money and all the different upgrades, we're pretty much unstoppable for the first like 50 waves without any upgrades at all. This is the first boss, and I've got no actual upgrades other than the permanent ones. But now we can probably start to add some attack speed. Jumping into wave 50 against this boss, we should destroy him not as quickly as I would have liked. We're still going to need a lot more damage. The bouncing definitely does help though, because it really wipes out these idiots, and if they can't get to me, the bosses probably won't yet. I just eternally need more and more and more damage. We're currently doing pretty close to 1,000. It might even be at 1,000 at this point, so we have a pretty good chance of destroying him, hopefully fairly easily. Yeah, only a few small hits for him now. But now we gotta deal with the red idiots again, and they're obviously getting very tough. But the multi-shot and the bouncing can work. I don't know if they can both go off to have like 9 shots at once, but I hope they can. We're definitely gathering ourselves lots of resources, though we're up to 32,000 on this one already. We're going strong. Enemies do have 800 health at this point though, so we definitely need to keep up on our damage still. But with that upgrade, we're at about 1300, maybe even closer to 1400. It's hard to look away because I'm always worried about what's coming at me, but the red boss just melted. And we're back to these guys, the brown ones. I'm pretty sure they do earth damage. Yes, this is an archer. So the tall thin ones are archers, the fat ones are normal. But I'm probably long overdue to give myself some more HP, so we're up to 1600 HP, and I can give myself earth resistance if I want. I'm not really going to worry much about resistance right now. I really should just focus on damage. I need to make them disappear. If I can do that, then they can't hurt me anyway. So at this point, we're at about 1500 damage, which is 50% more than the enemies have, but we're coming up to a boss pretty quick. That's where things are going to start to get a little more difficult, because he has 11,200, so we do have to hit him a few times, but I think we can take him out fairly quickly. Now we're fighting some basic white blocks again, but we put so much into damage at this point that I think we'll be okay for a little bit. Wave 89, we're still making it look easy thanks to our damage, but I gotta keep up on damage. They're up to 1400 HP. Here comes the level 90 boss. That's scary, and we got them dead. I think we're doing about 1900 damage per shot at this point though, so I'm feeling pretty good about our odds. Also, every time we upgrade Nature's Touch, that goes up quite a bit, so that's going to start to actually make a difference healing-wise. Wave 98, we're going strong. They have 1700 HP. But we're doing well over 2,000 damage by now. And we're certainly going to add more to that. 1,900 plus 400, yeah, getting close to 2,500 damage. So that means the level 100 boss is a big green idiot. With 17,000 HP, but we do 2,200 per shot. So we only have to hit him a few times, and he's dead. Wave 100 complete. Which unlocked Earth Attack, more damage. So we could probably take something like Earth Resistance out and put Earth Attack in, because that's just going to be more damage. Not to mention we're going to have 1,234 blue squares to spend. So what happens if we just spend 1,200 of these on simple basic attack? That went way up. And that's good because we can do medium difficulty now. Our base damage is 1746. Oh, but we need to be way stronger for this. But 1750 base damage. Next time's gonna get crazy. Dinosaurs are overrated anyway. We just need a stick and a cat. This is really just a game about clubbing happy dolphins. They're not even fighting back. Which is why they deserve to die. We're gonna kick them and explode them, then we use our cat's claws to slice them up. I think I'm gonna like this game. It seems like an enjoyable experience overall. I do think I'm gonna need a little bit better than a stick at some point though, because we're already almost dying and these are just happy dolphins. So that means we can upgrade.
Now you're talking.
I've got 2 stars to spend, but I can actually double my attack damage right away. And probably same with the cat. While I'm at it, I can buy an actual sword instead of a stick, so that might not be the worst idea. And we might have a long ways to go. This should go better though. Yeah, now we can stab the dolphins. That one only hit me once before I was able to kill it. We'll still go ahead and kick them because that's just a lot of fun to do. Alrighty, this is a big improvement. We're just going to kick these both into Explodeyville and move on. And we just destroyed the first one because we both hit them at the same time, so doing the extra damage was a good choice so far. We're gonna slice them up. I wonder if I get this guy better boots, he's gonna be able to explode things even better. I did make it all the way up to level 3, so I assume I have another upgrade point to spend on pretty much whatever I want, which might just be more damage, because why would we need anything else? Okay, we're starting to deal with the octopus. Not that he's a big deal, as long as we're kicking him in the face, then we're gonna kitty claw him and stab the dolphins to death. I do have a cluster of 3 dolphins. I maybe should have saved my kick for this part because I died. I don't really know what to do right now. I'm just going to go for more attack. And I can just buy some actual armor. I mean, he's probably cold anyway. So that piece of fabric gives us 50 extra HP. Between that and the extra damage, I think we should be able to get through these guys. Okay, I've defeated the octopus. This time I'm just going to kick these 2, and I haven't even lost any health yet. Now I got to deal with these 3, but they haven't hit me yet. Stage 6, we got a little bit more of the same, so I think I'm just going to try and kick them. Well, I got one of them kicked. And depending on how, yep, we got past stage 6. Okay, this is what I was looking for, a nice little cluster. I think if I kick these 2, yep, got them both. Double kill. And I feel like suddenly at level 5, they just got a lot stronger. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but I feel like they're tearing through enemies a little bit quicker than they were a minute ago. There's level 6. This is quite a cluster of idiots. You know what, let's just go ahead and, yeah, kick those 2. The exploding kick technique never lets me down. This is probably actually going to kill me. Nope, never mind, but this certainly will. Can we kill these extra quick? Kick, kick, kick. Nope, we're dead. For the next upgrade, I think I want to give the cat fireballs. Mostly because I'm not really sure what that means. Then we're going to give my dude some HP and then maybe slash. And then I don't know what defense really is or how it factors in, but I'm going to give him a shield and also a better sword. And it even lets me sell the old one for as much money as I bought it for. I'll take that deal. And I get to start in stage 6 now. So I guess I'm doing 50 damage with my sword now, 150 on a critical hit. So maybe I could just do critical hits the entire time. I really think we're the bad guys here.
Are we the baddies?
We don't look like the good guys, and these guys look like the heroes in like a children's movie. At least before we explode them. Idiot here, it got a double kill, but he also hit level 7, so that should mean even better stats. Or something. I guess we're just getting closer to unlocking new skills overall. We're still in need of better gear. Or just more attack. I think things like fireballs and stuff are for levels up down the road. So let's focus on things I can use. Maybe like attack, and I will upgrade the cat at some point also. Okay, I should pay more attention to what the items do. The face mask protects against germs, but also gives regeneration 5. And then the boots are just a really cheap 30 HP. Which still leaves me enough money for an even better sword, so... Now we're starting to look like a real bad guy. We're going to do extra damage, but we're going to regenerate health, and there's a double damage thing, so we're going to explode these guys real bad. Okay, I didn't even take any damage on stage 6 that time. We got through it without getting any damage at all. For how simple this is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying every bit of this. I just want more upgrades, more power. We're starting to do so much damage they can not really hurt me, but the health comes back so quick too. I'm probably not going to use my special moves on the dolphins anymore. I'm going to save it for the octopus. Because they're just a little bit harder to kill. The dolphins themselves aren't really that dangerous. These are the only ones that can really hurt me, and even now we've got enough armor and health that we pretty much just heal through them. We made it to stage 10, so I think as long as I complete this level, we'll be able to start here, and there's a free gem. The dolphins are getting more numerous though. They can actually hurt us again, but our health is coming back fairly quickly. Plus our damage is probably pretty high considering how far in we are. Oh, this will be a good exploding kick. We killed one and damaged several others, and that's going to help carry us through this, plus a level up. I could also just try and push the critical chance really high. I don't know what this means. We're being timed now. Oh, we're super quick. Oh, wow. I wish we were always this fast. Now it's much easier. And it carries through to the next level. Sorry, guys, but I'm just going to have to murder you in turbo speed this time. And it wore off. That's sad. I've made it all the way to stage 13 so far, just on those few upgrades I got. So clearly we picked the right ones. Okay, stage 14 is where we died. But... the forge can do something. I have $780 and 3 upgrade points. What do you think this thing does? Let's spin it and see. I want one of the colorful question marks. I assume it's the best. I don't think we're going to get it though. Oh, maybe we will. We got a green one. Congratulations, you craft a new item. I decided to take the free spin because I want more loot. And we got a new item. So I guess gray is probably regular quality, green is better, yellow is best. Okay, this is 780. It's worth 780, but it has 150 HP. This one is not as good, but it gets extra experience. And that's actually a lot of extra experience, so I'm going to keep that, and then we're going to sell these other ones, because money. As far as upgrades go, let's get the cat's claws upgraded once. Let's upgrade its damage just a little, and then we'll go back to Idiot Stick here to give him more damage. Now we're getting into some interesting stuff. We could buy him furry armor. I think I want to get him more regeneration though, and probably definitely some more defense. So we're going to equip both of those and sell the old. Since we have this money, let's buy him the better sword, and also maybe boots. I have succeeded in making him look even worse somehow. Okay, so we're doing a lot more damage now, and we're going to have much better health regeneration. I really should upgrade my kick at some point too, because while it's hitting hard, it's not enough to one-shot a lot of things anymore, and that would be great if it could. Aside from that though, we're definitely pretty strong for where we're at. Things can hurt us, but our health comes back pretty much instantly. I just realized the cat does do a lot less damage than me, but he attacks so much quicker. He probably has a similar DPS to us. Maybe slightly below us, but we're pretty upgraded, so... I think we died on level 13 last time. We're now finishing with full health. Stage 14 largely seems to be more of the same, especially when I kick them all. Triple kill. Ooh, this is new. Oh, I was hoping it was like a boss. It definitely wasn't. But at least we have new scenery and new things to kill. I have a feeling this gear we're using is going to carry us pretty far. And I'm going to try and leave this armor on as long as possible because that 20% experience boost is huge. I think we've leveled up twice on this run already, and we're still going strong. Plus we got our super stabbing speed, so we're just going to charge through everything right now, stabbing everything big time to death. Kick, stab, 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 stab. Yeah, using a high speed, we're tearing through stages. Basically, we didn't take any damage that entire time. Level 19, things should be starting to get a little bit hard again, but the clusters of enemies are definitely getting bigger. We're going to need a lot more damage to tear through these moving forward. It's probably actually to my advantage if I can find a single dolphin or two to just sit against them, because I can actually heal more than they can damage me at that point. I can use those as a regeneration point, like this. Oh, they're so weak now, though, we just destroy them. Oh, here we go, double the damage. So that's going to help in a big way. Not that we really needed the help, but as we're getting close to stage 20, it's getting to the limit of our current capabilities. We might need a few upgrades. We died on stage 20 against a horde of idiots. I think that means we can start on stage 20. Okay, we have 5 upgrade points and $2,200 to spend. So let's get the cat's damage up just a little bit so we can outrun our damage. I'm going to give myself more damage, more crit. Oh, we're going to do the leg punch too. Oh, let's do lots of it. I want to be able to leg punch people dead immediately. Got another green item, which looks like a sword, and I'm very excited about that. We're going to take a free one too, because I want yellow. And, oh, we got green though, so I won't complain. This sword now is the most valuable item I've ever seen. It's got more damage than what I'm using now, and extra experience, so we're definitely using that. We can sell this one. Then this is giving me 30% loot plus regeneration. Yes, please. Things are getting expensive though. If we want to buy the next sword along, it's $2,200. So for now, I'm going to buy the only things I don't want to replace, the boots and the shield. That's going to give me more defense, and that's going to give me more HP. Okay, we've got to start in stage 16, but that's fine by me. We just did a critical hit for 330 damage, and our kicks are doing 200 now, so things aren't really going to stand a chance against them. This new gear should carry me pretty far. Can I one-shot these guys with the kick? Just about. Yeah, so far this is much easier. Oh, and we got an extra stabbing speed. This is going to be extra fun. Look at all the damage. Everything just explodes in our way, especially Big Boy. I'm back on level 20. This is where we died before. Obviously this time we're having a much easier time. I still have full health. Stage 21, however, is proving to be a little bit difficult. But if we can take our time and let our health come back, we're okay. And another level up, but that's because we're getting an extra 40% experience. We're almost level 20. And we get a new skill at level 20. I think we get Slash. I'm going to try and push you to 25 here, but I'm not super optimistic. Although I did just find a double damage thing, so that might help us just a little. I think this is the last group on the level. And I hit level 20. It didn't give me Slash right away. I think that's going to have to wait till I go back to the shop. But having an extra ability is going to be huge. I wonder if that means I get the cat's fireball that I paid for 10 years ago. Ooh, this looks like... Oh, I got Slash. Slash and kick. Yeah, okay, he is a boss. He is going to fight back once in a while. He's just not super excited about it. He kind of looks like he wants me to do this to him. He's not really fighting back very hard or showing a lot of concern. Well, we almost did it.
It's not the first time something used their tongue to render me unconscious.
No amount of therapy will ever make this moment okay.
And look at all that money we have, $4,500. Game, by the way, I only want, yeah, greens and yellows, thank you. And we got a gray, but we did get a sword. Our current armor is only 90 HP, but that 20% experience is big. This extra HP is probably going to override that now. We'll go ahead and sell this old one. I don't think I want to swap out for the new sword yet because I want that extra experience. And I don't want a new helmet because that extra loot has actually really been good for me. So I need boots and a shield. So these are going to give me an extra 90 HP, and the shield is going to give me an extra 3 defense. I can sell this sword for 2,200. I don't think I'm going to yet. It's not going anywhere, and I think that's going to help boost me ahead. Now for upgrades. Well, let's upgrade Slash so it's actually doing its damage. I think I'm going to upgrade the cat's attack one more time. Then I'm just going to give myself lots of extra attack. So between our new gear upgrades and our new Slash ability, which looks like that, we should be okay. This would be a good spot for Slash. Yeah, that works out really well. Alright, now we're back to our very excited frog, so we're just going to hit him with everything we got so far. We got him down to almost half health, and he hasn't hit me once yet. I got lots of extra HP and a little extra defense this time, so I should be able to just kind of do this and he'll be dead. Yep, that actually just takes me right back to base, so I can get a few more upgrades if I want to. How about some more damage? This could be a yellow. We got a yellow. I like this one. More regeneration, more crit, more loot. And I think it's time we move past the sword because I just want more damage. As much as I liked this one, we're going to go ahead and sell it. We're going to lose that experience, but I've got an idea. What I do want to do is get a better shield. That gives me an extra 6 defense. That's actually huge. I had this fun idea where I was just going to start back on level 1 and let him progress through while I drink coffee, but it won't let me go back. Oh, we're fighting bats now. We're fighting entirely different creatures now. They're not putting up much of a fight yet, but to be fair, I can see how a few of these stacking up would be a great burden for me to fight. So we're going to save our attacks for the big clusters and go ka-chow. That didn't even one-shot them. Well, regardless of anything, I'm going to go drink coffee anyway. I'm sure these guys will manage themselves. I don't know how far I got because I was drinking coffee, but we're back here, so I'm spinning the wheel. And 2 spins got me 2 pairs of boots. The game is trying to tell me something. The first one has spikes on its ankles, that way I can't be attacked from behind. These ones are just made out of metal, so we're going to use those. They give me a huge 140 HP boost. No matter what you put him in, he can just never look intimidating. Now, for the next, I'm just going to upgrade my HP once to see if it makes a different jump, and it doesn't. I thought it might start going up by higher increments. But now we're ready to do battle in this spooky forest. We just one-shotted that thing. We didn't one-shot this one. The bat was kind enough to drop us a gem though, so that'll turn into a pretty good item. And I need to remember on these levels that the clusters of enemies are pretty small, so I could probably just really use my abilities and not have to care. Made it to level 31, we're fighting beetles. We just exploded that one pretty hard, but we'll hopefully get a look at the next one. There it is. They seem to be pretty tough. We did land a critical hit on the first one to be fair, but we're still plowing through. I just want to see what kind of weapons come next. I want a legendary sword. Though we upgrade the sword like every run, so it won't last for very long. Oh, this will be fun. I just gotta get in there a little closer. Whatever, we're going for it. That was potentially gonna kill us. There was a lot of damage coming our way. These 3 actually killed us. Luckily, they did drop us a gem, but the game suddenly ramped up in difficulty, and I'm all about it. The first spin got us a gray helmet. The second spin, come on, yellow. It's close. We got a yellow. An axe. That's not a sword. But boy, is it valuable. We can sell it for 7,500. So that's going to give me 20% experience, 20% loot, and 20 extra damage. So now the next sword is going to cost 12,400, but it's not legendary. But we can definitely buy the next helmet because it's cheap. We're going to buy an extra 5 defense there. This is very expensive, but we might do it anyways. We get 100 HP there, 150 there. We'll take the cheaper option. After selling, we have 10,000 again, so we are going to buy the plate mail. And then we're going to throw it on him. Now he's mostly armored. Then let's give him some critical chance. Those critical hits do a difference. If I can get that up to say 20%, 1 in 5 is going to hurt. But it's time to put this legendary axe to work. He's stabbing with it. He has an axe and he's stabbing with it. Well, to be fair, I never said he was very intelligent. I feel like if I had a potato and put armor on the potato, even tinfoil, I could put tinfoil around a potato and it would perform equally as well as him. Okay, even with all this stuff, stage 33 is kind of winning against me. I also need to be more careful with just where I use my skills. I was being kind of lazy with it. But I do like a game that makes you earn the progress. You don't just walk through it, make it look easy. What are you? Oh, I thought it was a boss for a second. Then I looked at him and realized that's no boss. They are pretty tough though. And they hit pretty hard, so yeah, these guys are going to be a little bit of a struggle to get through. But I've got time and I've got coffee. What more do I need? I have so far managed to make it to level 39. I don't know if I'm going to complete this with this current gear though. I did, however, find a gem, and that might lead me to more legendary loot. And that kind of stuff definitely helps. This is the last cluster of enemies, but I'm dead. And my attack upgrades are now costing 2 stars each, so I'm going to lay off on those for a little bit. I'm going to get the cat some extra damage though. And his attack started going up by 10 suddenly, so that's actually a really big thing for something that attacks as quick as he does. Okay, this sword is actually quite a bit better than my legendary axe because it's going to give me more loot and just more attack. This I can just go ahead and sell. Then it's back to work. I can't even see what I'm doing anymore. The helmet literally covers my eyes. That's probably better because that way that guy can't even see what he's doing and therefore can't form a logical thought. I can notice a damage difference right away, like we just took so much health off the ladybug. We got another gem already, plus the cat's doing plenty of damage too. It takes 5 cat hits to do one of ours, and the cat does that pretty quick. And our sword is super upgraded, so... Every time we go back to the shop, we do get a lot of upgrades, both damage and like toughness. Ooh, here's a big cluster. I like these because we can hit them with all sorts of stuff. I made it to stage 41, and I got this ability. Interesting. Okay. Not sure that's particularly useful, but it's something. I guess it's a new ability. Go, cat, go! I guess the cat's ability is kind of interesting because it attacks such a wide area. Because my guy with his sword for the most part only attacks like 6 inches in front of him. But this new damaging gear is carrying me way far. I'm on stage 47 and still going fairly strong. Stage 48, which is pretty impressive. And... ooh, we did get a green up mace. So the mace is hugely valuable. It gives me experience and damage. Yes, please. This is going to give me regeneration, critical chance, experience, and loot. Now to just do our shop dealings, we have $50,000 to spend, so I've got to be careful how I do it. We're not going to replace the helmet because ours is much better. We're going to do the shield, the boots, and the armor. I've got 4 points to spend, so let's upgrade leg punch, slash, critical hit twice. 1 in 10 hits is now crit. Alright, let's get back to work. So far so good. There's not a noticeable difference yet, but I'll see it in the long term. Yeah, so far I'm just wandering around with the wolf on my head, smashing things brains in, collecting the loot. I'm still really amused by the cat's tumbleweed ability. Not sure why that's a thing, but it's great. And I'm getting a ton of experience. I feel like I've leveled up twice in the last 2 levels by itself. Oh, we're at level 50, so here's the next boss. So I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, that was bad. I just used 2 attacks when they definitely weren't anywhere near the boss. The tumbleweed will save us. The double attack might have saved us, to be fair. I'm not sure we would have done it if it wasn't for that. But he's about to die. Tumbleweed. He's dead. Our legendary wolf head saved the day. This is a game that's all about blowing leaves off the edge of the screen. Every time we do, we get 1 leaf, and this game is entirely free. It hasn't taken more than a couple seconds, we've saved up 130 leaves. And I know you're pretty jealous of that. But we can spend 50 to buy a rake. Instead of using telekinesis, we have a rake that's a little more powerful. We can blast those leaves some way across the map. We can also upgrade the trees. They're going to spawn more leaves overall. And we're just going to spend all of our current money on that. We're going to have more leaves to blow off the screen. And it's so satisfying, I could just go back and forth like this forever. But we're going to spend a little bit of money on fertilizer. Leaves drop 1% faster per level, so there's an extra 5% faster leaf generation. The more leaves we have, the more we blow off the screen, the more money we make. Big leaves, small leaves, all leaves, it's all very good stuff. I picked up a fruit that dropped. So the next 500, we're going to buy more trees. More trees mean more leaves, which means more money per second. There's something very satisfying about going back and forth, working all those leaves slower and slower, closer to the edge. And since we made $500, we now get a bigger rake. Blow power 4, range 4, so that means we blow them even harder from further away. Which means it'll take almost no time at all to make our way back up to $1,000. And for 500, we could buy leaf marketing. We get an extra leaf per leaf off the screen, which is a huge upgrade. And then we're going to add a little bit of fertilizer. Now we're going to get rich quickly. Look at the numbers go up. We can make like $100 a second if the leaves spawn. We're also going to buy an automatic leaf blower. He just goes around the screen occasionally blowing leaves off, so we don't actually have to work anymore. He's just a good assistant. Go my little Roomba, go. Make us a fortune. We'll add some nuclear fuel to our tools. That costs 100, 150, 338. That's going to make them just more powerful. That way I can just go back and forth, and at least for these little light leaves, we can blow them right off the screen in a hurry. We've very quickly saved up another $3,000, so let's add some trees. Now every time the trees do their little burst, the map really fills up with leaves. We push them all off for even more money. Another $3,000, and we're going to add some leaf marketing. We're going to get more leaves per leaf, plus a little fertilizer, so they'll spawn quicker. But we're also getting 3 leaves per leaf off the edge now. And we have a long ways to go. We need to upgrade our rake into whatever these things are for the ultimate blowing power. I see they saved a space down below for your mom, the biggest blower of all. But I am kind of annoyed that the leaves don't blow all the way off the map. I do have to chase them a little ways. So I'm going to buy the next leaf blower. It's a leaf blower. Power 6, range 6. So I blow them from further away and they'll go a lot further. That's going to make it a lot quicker. So quick, in fact, we've already made another $1,000 and it cost 5. The 2 upgrades I need to focus on are trees and fertilizer. We're going to have more trees spawning more leaves because that's what it's all about. The more they can drop, the more money we're going to make per second. Basically, it means we can do more blowing, and that's all we're here to do today is just blow and blow and blow. We very quickly saved up 10,000 leafy dollars, which means we could buy gold leaves. Trees can drop gold leaves, those are worth a lot more. And they get their own whole separate category down on the bottom. They're pretty rare to spawn on this level. I think I can see a few now on this screen, but they're going to take a little while to pile up. But that's okay, I've got nothing but time. $12,500, which means we get better leaf marketing, which means we get 4 leaves per leaf off the edge. That's a 33% increase. And by now we've saved up a little bit of golden leaves, so we can actually have more golden trees spawning more golden leaves. So now we can suck up 2 currencies, or rather blow them off the edge. If I hold still for just a few seconds, look at all the leaves that now emerge on the screen. It doesn't take long at all, and then we blow them off, and that's all pure profit. But we can still do more. We're going to add another tree and more fertilizer. Also probably some more nuclear fuel for my leaf blower so it blows even harder. It's starting to get pretty good. We don't blow the leaves all the way across the screen, but it's getting closer. And then we're going to upgrade the golden trees so we get more golden leaves spawning, because those are the next currency we need to work on. They're going to buy bigger leaf blowers. I've quickly saved up almost $20,000, so I'm going to buy more nuclear fuel because that's going to be relevant to any leaf blower we have. That makes it definitely stronger. That means we'll blow the heavy golden leaves a little bit further. I had to step away for a minute, so I bought 2 helpers, and they've actually been doing pretty good in the background, but look at all those leaves that piled up. which means we're definitely going to buy more gold trees and certainly more gold fertilizer so they pop up more often. And since we have 32,000 green leaves, we're definitely going to upgrade the green leaf spawn rate as well. Now we're going to be able to do even more blowing, and there's a golden apple. That's worth 100 gold leaves. And we saved up another 500 gold leaves so we get the next leaf blower, advanced leaf blower, power 8, range 8. Look at the size of this thing, we can just blow right off the map. We can almost just do big circles and get pretty much the entire thing. I just pass through the middle once in a while and it's really, really satisfying. Some people have hobbies and go on vacations, I blow leaves. My super leaf blower has quickly gotten us another 500 golds. That means I can get gold marketing, so I'm going to get 2 gold leaves per leaf. Which means I really quickly save up enough for more upgrades to spawn even more gold leaves for even more satisfaction. And for the next 500 gold, we're going to buy leaf combo. So that's going to get double the leaves so long as the combo is going, and we can increase that with more upgrades. But even at this basic level, we're now getting 4 gold leaves per gold leaf. So now the numbers are going to start to go bananas a little bit, and I'm here for it. I'm also going to buy the green leaf marketing up one more, so we're going to get even more leaves per one of those. We're getting 10 per leaf. And for the next 1,000 gold leaves, we're going to have a higher combo multiplier, so we're going to get even more per gold leaf. 6 gold leaves for every leaf blown off the edge, so that's going to start to go up and up and up. The upgrades pay for themselves. And since we have so many green leaves, I'm going to get another helper. We're going to add some extra trees, and then we're going to add some more nuclear fuel to our leaf blower. Now we have 3 helpers. They run out of fuel quite a lot, but they'll help keep my combo going because they're always doing something to help me. Then I'm going to spend another 500 gold leaves. That's just going to help my combo go higher so it lasts a little bit longer, I think. Now we need to go back to buying trees and fertilizer because we can actually have a lot more gold leaves spawning than what are. We're also now up to 15 green leaves per leaf off the edge. And we saved up 1,750 gold leaves. That means we get better gold leaf marketing. So now we're getting 9 leaves per leaf off the edge. I don't know how they've made the combination of leaf blowing and math so exciting, but this is the most satisfying game you'll ever play. There's another 3,000 gold leaves already, which means the combo multiplier goes up by 1 again. Now we're getting 12 gold leaves per leaf. That's going to get ridiculous really, really quick, and we're here for ridiculous. And it's only costing 400 to upgrade the amount of green leaves that spawn. That's up to 900 now because that goes quickly. But that helps. The more we have spawning, obviously the more money we're going to make, but that also helps keep our combo up at the very top. I also didn't realize I have 165,000 green leaves, so we're going to get more trees, and then we're going to get a lot more fertilizer, and again just more leaves in general, a lot more. They might be very basic leaves, but they try really hard, and they cover the screen, then I blow them off, and I find that immensely satisfying. Just a man battling the leaves for all eternity. There's another 6,000 gold leaves, that means I get better golden marketing. So now 16 gold leaves for every one of those that goes off the edge, and there's starting to be a lot of them. I also bought a 4th leafy helper. The little leafy Roomba is going to help again just keep the combo alive and get some of those leaves that I'm too lazy to get. Although it's pretty hard to beat me to the leaves, I'm pretty addicted to this already. I bought a 5th leaf blower helper just because it was kind of cheap, and I just can't help but click on things. I'm a clicker by nature. The next combo multiplier is only 9,000, and I'm going to keep doing leaf marketing and combo multipliers. Now we're getting 20 leaves per leaf. And the green leaves are very quickly stacking up again. We had almost 200,000 of them, so we'll buy more upgrades for those. And I just realized since we're already making 5,000 golden leaves in a hurry, we can actually buy the next leaf blower, which is a nuclear leaf blower. Power 10, range 10. This wouldn't be the first time I created a nuclear incident in my yard. But this really sends the leaves flying, especially the basic ones. The gold ones are still a little heavy, but I'm pretty sure I have a solution for that. We spend $100,000 on nuclear fuel to give us a little more oomph. I don't think I've ever used that word in my entire life, so congratulations, you guys were here for it. The nuclear fuel for gold actually starts out quite cheap, so we're going to spend some money on that because it's very easy for us to make that money back. Look at the leaves go now. Now they're really going flying. Another 22,000 means more gold leaf marketing. That's going to put the multiplier way up. We're getting 25 per leaf now. 25. They're even on par with the green leaves now, and the green leaves are very valuable. And you can see the trees growing along the edge of the map. I've been upgrading those in the background, both green leaf and gold leaf, so we're getting more leaves than ever spawning. In the background, we saved up 370,000, so we're going to get better green leaf marketing. They're now getting 30 leaf per leaf over the edge. That's going to add up mega quick. I also just spent a rather big fortune on golden leaf combo, so now we're getting 30 per gold leaf. And while we're at it, we're going to unlock platinum leaves. I don't know if we can use these yet because they might be the wrong area. But when you're rich, you buy stupid things like that without thinking. I decided the Roombas needed an update, so I gave them a new skin. I upgraded the golden leaves and leaf spawn rate, so we're making more than ever before. But even now, we have 14,000 gold leaves. I feel like that's not actually a lot in the grand scheme of things, and it's getting harder and harder to make progress. So what we need to do is unlock the platinum leaves, and for that we need a new area. And that's going to cost 20 coins, which we had to prestige to get a hold of, but now we're in the neighbor's yard. My greed couldn't be contained, so we've unlocked the neighbor's garden, which have platinum leaves, and we're going to spend a few coins to unlock the next area, which is a desolate mountaintop, but I don't think we need to be here yet. But don't worry, because we can actually spend these gold coins to get more leaves. So we're getting an extra 300% gold and green leaves. So as soon as you blow any of these off the map, they're already getting 4 each, so we're going to be back to where we were and further in no time at all. I very quickly unlocked the golden leaves, all ready to begin. We're getting 4 per one off the map, so we're getting 4 times the amount we were a minute ago. We've already made it to the point where every golden leaf over the edge is worth a fortune. 64 leaves every time one of those goes over the edge, and we can still go way higher. It really only takes us a couple seconds to make 9,000 gold leaves. That's enough to increase the multiplier, so now we're going to get even more for every gold over the edge, 64 leaves. And the basic green leaves are up to 96, so basically 100 every time one of those goes over the edge. More golden leaf marketing is going to help in a big way, and we'll even add more trees and spawn rate. Now we get 80 gold leaves for everyone over the edge. That's really starting to stack up stupidly quick. And we should probably unlock platinum leaves at some point because we can slowly start stacking those up in the background. They're going to be rare to spawn at first, but the more we start stacking them up, the more upgrades we can get and the more we'll see them. And combo multiplier can go up, so it's getting big. Now we're up to 120 green leaves and 100 gold leaves for everyone over the edge. So I could just sit here for a few hours and stockpile an absolute fortune worth of all these. We're also stacking up enough of the platinum guys so we can start adding platinum trees and spawn rate, so we'll see those more and more. But like we've already saved up another 50,000 golden leaves and that took like 10 seconds, and that's not really an exaggeration. So we can definitely increase their spawn rate. Even the platinum leaves, suddenly we're starting to get a lot of, so we'll unlock platinum apples, and we're just trying to get them to spawn more at this point because we can use the gold ones to increase our multiplier. Because even while I was just screwing around doing that, we saved up 85,000 gold leaves. So a combo multiplier itself can go up at this point. We're up to 200 gold leaves per leaf. And we're a millionaire in green leaves, 1.3 million green leaves, so that means we can continue to upgrade it in a big way. And of course we get a new leaf blower. It looks like a light bulb, airplane turbine, power is 12 and range is 12. Look at this, that's so much better. This is definitely the most satisfying one yet, just based on its ridiculous power. And we've got another 100,000 golden leaves to spend. So we're gonna do combo max and combo duration, and we'll add a little bit of nuclear fuel. So now the golds are up to 220, the green ones are up to 260. The gray ones, I don't know because I haven't really seen any go over the edge, but probably lots. 11 per one. Speaking of which, we should probably go ahead and upgrade so they spawn more, because I'm not really paying attention to them yet. I just want to look once in a while and have a million to spend. Like, we just saved up 500 in that few seconds that took, so now things are starting to make progress. I'm going to buy Golden Leaf Marketing again, and we're actually going to make them spawn more, so now they're worth a fortune, 264 per gold leaf. So 4 of them is over 1,000, and there's a lot of them on the board. I can also buy Slap Force to increase damage to the enemies because we're not really hurting them yet, but I'm not too worried about them either. We're going to buy Platinum Marketing to get them worth a lot more, and then we're going to increase their spawn rate. So they are up to 36 per leaf at this point, and there's just a lot of leaves in general spawning, which is very satisfying. That keeps our combo up and keeps us rich. We have 250,000 gold leaves in the bank. So we're going to increase our spawn rate in a big way. And then we're going to get more platinum marketing and more platinum spawn rate. And even those are going up by the thousands now. They're very heavy though. They're a little bit hard to blow along. But that's okay because for only 5,000 we could buy a leaf-powered leaf blower that has power and range of 14. And it looks like this, much bigger. Basically it looks like some kind of paparazzi camera, but this is much more dangerous. Combo multiplier is only 250,000, max combo is going to go up again, and combo duration, why not? And then nuclear fuel for the rest. Now we have a gold leaf over the edge, 336. These numbers are going up stupidly quick now. I'm also going to buy some more auto leaf blowers using the gray leaves, and I'm also just going to buy these. It's going to make all my little helpers a lot better, and it's pretty cheap considering how rich we are. I think I can actually max out some of these stats at least, so they'll charge quicker, they're going to have extra blowing power. That is going to help out a lot more. I'm still going to be the main driving source here, but if I want to go away to make another coffee, I can do so and leave them in charge. We should probably unlock the rainbow leaves though, bismuth. But in order to unlock the bismuth leaves, we need to go back to the mountain, which now looks like this. All of our leaves are going to come with us, we just have a different background. And rainbow leaves are going to spawn once in a while. We already have 15 of them thanks to all of our combos. Which means we can afford to buy another rainbow tree, which means more leaves spawning, which means more value for us. Everything's going to go up and up and up. I zoned out for a second and we very quickly made 1 million gold leaves. So we're going to turn our combo multiplier up because the more gold leaves we have, the more that's going to benefit everything. So we're also going to make them spawn quite a bit more as well, but they were already getting such a stupid amount. We're up to 500 green leaves per leaf and 400 gold. And I'm already forgetting about our new valuable rainbow leaves, so we need to start making them spawn more. But we just made back what we just spent, and now we've doubled, tripled that amount. So we're going to increase our marketing and their spawn rate so that they can spawn more, and we're going to get so much more for each one of those we find. So bismuth, it's hard to see, 51 per leaf. They're already getting 51 for everyone that blows off the edge, so we've made 5,000 of them already. So that means we can definitely buy what looks to be a pipe, large paint roller. How does this even work? It's 15 power in range. We don't question how it works, we just enjoy the blowing. And in the background, we just continually upgrade anything we can, like leaf marketing for the green leaves. Okay, apparently we had a lot of those. We just spent 10 million green leaves because we had 10 million green leaves. And max combo is going to go up again, so that's going to be a big increase for all of our leaves. And we've gotten way ahead on bismuth because I haven't been paying attention because I've just been upgrading everything ever. We're going to turn up their marketing and their spawn rate. Now you can just watch the number on the right. There's 5,000, there's 11,000, 12,000. And when the leaves spawn in, they really go up. There's 20,000 of them already. And by the time you're done seeing what something's doing, you've gotten so many of other things you can upgrade the life out of them. And anytime I have extra money, I usually just throw it into nuclear fuel so our leaf blower gets stronger. Not that it needs the help at this point. But yeah, I upgraded the rainbows and then checked that out. Then I upgraded the grays, and now we already have 60,000 rainbows again. So I'm going to buy things like the ALB bumper so my little bumpers can run into enemies and actually hurt them. And then we're just going to spend some money on their blowing power because we have a lot of extra money to spare. And then I'm going to spend a bunch of money on nuclear fuel because I can buy ridiculous things at this point. There we go. Now we're clearing the map in a hurry. And I've maxed out the greens trees. So the basic leaves, that's as many trees as we can have. Their fertilizer's got a ways to go. But at the rate we make those, it's kind of stupid. It's hundreds of thousands per second. And gold leaf upgrades are getting expensive. We're getting into the millions for those. But that's okay because they're really, really powerful upgrades. They make all the leaves better. And we're going to turn up rainbow marketing, bismuth, and then we're going to add their spawn rate in a big way because we've been saving these up for a while. So even the rainbow leaves, we're getting 113 per one off the edge of the map, and we're starting to spawn them quite a lot. So we're getting really rich. And we can turn our combo multiplier up again. Wow, the next one's going to be $6 million, so that's not cheap. But we're making so much per leaf now, it's not that bad. I just turned the nuclear fuel up in a bunch of different spaces, so now we're really blowing those leaves around. This thing is stupidly strong. And the ALBs, the little Roombas, are very upgraded too, so they're actually able to blow a lot of leaves all by themselves. Since I have the money, I'm going to turn up the slap force a little bit too. That way when they hit the enemies, they'll be able to kill them because we get good stuff from killing them too. I think in order to kill the enemies at this point, I'd almost have to not move and let the Roombas do all the leaf blowing and pushing. And it's mostly just a matter of hoping they run into the enemies because they still have a lot of health. Well, I'm going to step away for a minute and let my little idiots work for a bit, and we'll come back and see where we're at. My servants are good for something. I've come back, I have 100 million green leaves and 23 million gold. So that means my combo multiplier is going up, and so is the max combo twice. And then we're just going to go back to spawning even more of those. We've maxed out gold trees. So now I have a gold leaf over the edge, 650. That's going to add up rather quick. For green trees, I'm just going to add them spawning more leaves because you can never have too many leaves. We even have 5 million of these, so we could definitely increase their spawn rate. Give them a little more slap force, and then maybe just the blowing power for the little helpers. And for the rainbow leaves, we're probably just going to upgrade their spawn rate because they're still the hardest one to get. But if we do this, we still have 2 million to spend, so we're going to have a lot more of those. Now these numbers are going to get stupidly big, stupidly fast, and I can blow the leaves right off the map from pretty much anywhere. Basically, all of these earnings mean that when I prestige again, I'm going to get 2,000 coins instead of the 120 I had last time. And I would spend those on increasing numbers across the board, even getting more of each of these. Not to mention things like extra prestige coins, extra discounts for upgrades. And then once we got rolling again, we would get a stupid amount of leaves because we're already getting 5 per leaf. So I'll see you in 10 years once these add up. We're gonna make a fortune on fish today. Get in the boat, get in the boat.
Get in the boat.
The boat's already full. We're gonna need a bigger boat, but there is 10 fish for a few dollars. But that means we can upgrade our cargo capacity. Then I'm gonna increase my fishing power so we can hopefully catch bigger, badder fish. This is already much quicker, and there's yellow fish on the outside. I should probably get those instead, but I see fish, I must put them in the boat. 19 fish, there's the value of fish. We need to find the blue ones.
When life gets you down, you know what you gotta do?
I don't want to know what you gotta do.
I will we'll settle for yellows for now. Wow, they take a long time to catch. Plus, they're constantly running away from me, which is super fun. Why does everything I want to sell run away from me? There's 9 yellow fish. This takes way too long. I'm going back to the red fish after this. 16 hours later, we have 19 yellow fish on board. But was it worth it? Yeah, we actually made a lot of money there. So let's buy a bigger fishing area, more fishing power, and maybe boat speed. And also cargo capacity. Okay, the redfish we catch almost instantly now. I didn't even see that one before we threw it on board. Yellowfish are definitely quicker, not overly so. But I've got time if you guys do. I've got unlimited coffee. I'm an adult. So if you guys just want to hang out here while I systematically throw you into my boat, that would be fine. I don't know why that arrow is telling me to crash into the rocks, but I mean, I don't make the rules. What is that thing? Give me that. Ooh, what are you? We're gonna catch a unicorn. Get in the boat. I don't know why, but I have a unicorn on board now. So we're just gonna take that for a little boat ride before going in to sell it for presumably millions of dollars. All right, the value of these is probably lots. The unicorn went in there. I don't know what it was worth individually, but we have $150.
It's true.
So we're gonna buy some land, and now we have an extra fisherman in the boat. I didn't know that was a thing. Do we get more fishermen for this? I don't want to give people places to sit. I want more fishing power. So let's take more literally fishing power. Then maybe more boat speed. This way we can just charge into groups of fish now. We got 2 lines out, so we're gonna catch them next. Oh, greenfish. Get in the boat. Wow, these are really hard to catch. I upgraded my fishing power too, and they're this slow. But that means I gotta be valuable. I'm at least modestly sure that's how that works. But I have been wrong before. It's probably been documented in one of my videos. I suspect when a fish are this slow to catch, it's not gonna be worth my time unless they are something like a unicorn. It's probably better off just to go catch a million yellow fish in a hurry. Alright, I'm gonna start heading back towards home. Whatever, I'll just take a few. Look how fast those are. All right, I brought the fish, so that puts us back up to $150. So we'll maybe buy a new little piece of land, which gave us like a fish stock apparently. So I guess this guy just pushed like residual earnings in. So if I do this, I'm going to catch a few of these an hour. He just sits here and fishes on my behalf. My empire begins. I don't even have to do anything now. I could just go drink coffee for the rest of the day and I'm going to be rich. But I like to promote an active genocide. So I'm going to get all these fish. And I'm not buying magnet power. Stop offering me that. Another full load. I think I'm going to increase my fish container size. 24 isn't enough because that's only worth about $80. So cargo capacity one more time. Are there any more unicorns out here? There's something in there that's locked. Not seeing any unicorns, so we're going to catch yellowfish 2 at a time for a second. I'm going to use this to get more fishing power, and then we can get green fish. Eventually we'll find the rarer fish. The unicorn, I suppose, was pretty rare. We could do better. I think if I'm catching redfish, I can literally like defish the entire ocean in half a second. But our new cargo capacity is worth quite a bit. We're going to unload all of those. Another $112 to spend, which means more fishing power and maybe a bigger fishing area. I think that really just means I can cast farther from the boat, which is good because I can be lazy then about not being close to fish. The green fish still take a second and they're still very quick. But we'll sit here and slowly reel them in now that I have them trapped. If there's one thing I know about fish, it's that they're not very intelligent. And I chased the horde of fish over here, the school of fish. So now we're just going to slowly collect them as they drift to the left. And there's a full load of greenies, which naturally will be worth a fortune. $237. Maybe let's give this guy a little upgrade. He's going to collect one of these an hour now. Rather 7.5 of those an hour. And we're maybe going to buy another piece of land or two just to see what... I didn't really mean to buy that one. But we got a bigger boat. I think we got a bigger boat. It said supports 4 fishermen, but I've only got 2 in there. But we'll just catch some quick yellowfish now. That should give me the money to hopefully hire another fisherman. I guess I'm not really hiring them. I'm more like buying them because I don't think they're paid. Once they're on the boat, they're there for life. Hello guys. I would like to purchase one of your finest people if I may. Maybe I gotta unlock this one. You guys get on my boat. I have accidentally went into a pool of redfish. Can I sell here? I sure can. Oh, a swordfish. What are you? Get on my boat. Okay, he's not that hard to catch. He's pretty quick though. So we'll just take some quick redfish to kind of top this up. Maybe a few green fish on the way back. I mostly just want to sell the swordfish, which is bigger than my boat. That's got to be worth something. Here you go. We're at $94. And there we're up to 220. So let's take more fishing power. Well, maybe get that times 2. I'm tired of waiting and boat speed. So now these yellows should be, yes, very quick to catch. We can load up yellows in no time at all. Even the greens now are getting quick. They're about where the yellows were before these upgrades. I'll take whatever's in here. Saved up another $250. I want more fishing power and maybe more fishing area. Okay, now we can reel the yellow ones in like instantly, so money is gonna get super quick now. The fish probably won't have time to repopulate, but that's a fish problem, not a future me problem. Another unicorn. Get in the boat. Got a unicorn fish. Probably pretty rare. I would feel bad for selling it, but I don't. After unloading there, we're up to $390. I do kind of want to expand the docks. Then we can get one of these going. I was hoping one of these gentlemen would jump into my boat, but they're not that eager. That's fine. I know where to make more money. I just gotta put more fish in my boat and then bring them home. Another $300 means more fishing power, then more fishing area. I just want to be able to catch the green ones instantly because they're really the money makers right now. They're not instant, but they're getting pretty close, especially when they're trapped against a wall. I have such a big fishing area now that I don't really need to be that close anymore. I just scoop them all up. And currently a full load of greens is worth about $200. The reds we shouldn't catch anymore, but they're so quick it's kind of hard not to. You just kind of go through them and your boat's full. So let's buy a little more island. That came with, oh, we got a third guy on board. Now it's a 3-man show, so we're going to catch even quicker. That's great. I should buy more island parts. But also maybe more cargo capacity and then boat speed. Watch how quickly we'll fill the boat up with yellows now. Just adding that one fisherman, though, added about a 50% faster cast rate, as long as all fishermen are equal.
With liberty and justice.
So I can fill up with greens very fast. If I buy this, do I get a 4th fisherman in my boat? No, he's just standing there waving. I'm not here to make people happy, damn it. $400, so let's take fishing power. Those are getting expensive and more cargo capacity. A swordfish just showed up. Give me the swordfish. Get in the boat. I've got 2 wagons now. I'm a boat train. And everyone's going to get in the boat. I can hold 42 fish currently, and I'm reeling them in quick. I still would like one more fisherman, though, also. But just because that swordfish will be the most valuable load I've ever had. I forgot I also had the little trailer, though, too, so I accidentally filled that up with the yellows. Either way, that's going to be a lot of money. There's $400. So let's unlock this guy. Does that come with a man? Nope. That one's going to be $300. And we're already there. Give me this, whatever. Still not another man for my boat. I'm just making their land bigger. Okay, we're finally going to get this piece that's been sitting here for a while. What is that? 450 for shrimp. Or 20 for shrimp? I don't know what that's telling me. I'm just going to go back to doing what I know. Murdering the ocean. Well, since you're just swimming around mocking me here, we're going to go ahead and take you for a boat ride. I should probably also stop ignoring this. This is only $100 and it's probably going to be beneficial. Come on, swordfish. We're going on an adventure. Orange fish. Okay, orange fish are super hard to catch. Let's talk about these guys for a sec. They're even harder. We need more fishing power. Can we do anything about this? Okay. Oh, I see. We're netting in shrimps now. Okay, the shrimp net is clear. We're going to need more fishing power to be able to catch the orange ones. We might be able to do, but it's still going to take a minute. We need way more power. We can catch them. I just don't think it's really effective because it just takes too long. We'd be better off just catching lots of greens. But I bet this load of, I think, 18 orange fish and 1 swordfish is going to be worth a lot. I forgot you got to sell the shrimp separately. So they go over here. I think they're $20 each. So that gave us $558. So let's get more fishing power and cargo capacity. Then we're probably still going to focus on green fish. They are getting pretty close to instant. Yellows are absolutely instant and red pretty much evaporate. Saved up another $618. Let's buy this little guy. Still won't put another fisherman in my boat. That's fine, I'll just keep doing what I do. The fishing area is so big now that I could be way far away from these fish. There's no escaping me. Upgrades are getting so expensive though. We're also going to make the boat speed a little quicker because I'm spending a lot of time just cruising around in my boat. The one thing I would love is a faster unload speed because this goes pretty quick, but I've got to sit here and do this a lot. Another $500 earned means let's get 1 more fishing power and 1 more fishing area. I see another unicorn fish and even he's getting reeled in pretty quickly at this point. So let's quickly unload all of this for the big bucks. Then we're going to go visit our friends the rare fish to see if we can have any chance. Yeah, we're getting pretty good with orange fish. These might be the way to go now. Still not super quick. We need more fishing power, but there are shrimps, so we'll catch some of those also. I'm not going to be satisfied until there's no fish left in this ocean at all. Okay, I got a load of, I don't know how many shrimps. There also doesn't seem to be a ton of orange fish, probably because I caught most of them already. I really do want that extra fisherman though. That would add so much speed to this catch. That process is still too slow when I've had this much coffee. If it's not instant, it's not quick enough. So first we'll unload the oranges for obviously big bucks, but it took a while to catch them. Then the 12 shrimps, which I think is worth $240. That put us over $1,000 for the first time. I just realized how this place works. I need to stop by and physically pick up the fish. They're not finding me a lot, so I'm probably not going to upgrade their dock anymore. They don't deserve it. But I will take a $530 island piece. Yay, my 4th fisherman who got in the boat himself. So now it's going to be real like speed fishing. More fishing power, you say? I think that's a great idea. We have exactly enough for power and capacity. Why does it swim like that? I feel like I'm doing it a favor by taking it out of the water. It's the most awkward fish I've ever seen in or out of the water. But the new fishing power means I can literally just cruise through a school of greens and pick them all up. Just that easy, which is going to earn us quite a bit of money, especially with that unicorn involved also. Okay, let's take boat speed, which is max now in fishing area, ×2. So now we can pretty much fish the entire ocean right from our boat. We don't have to get anywhere near the fish. We're already full. Not that the yellows are worth a particular lot, but when we have this many, they do kind of add up. And I do like this boat speed. We don't have to waste any time anymore. We just swim through a school and they're all mine. And let's go visit the valuable fish. Yeah, we're still a little slow on these guys, but we are catching them. And I have 4 fishermen, so it's not too bad. I should probably actually properly explore this area too, because there's probably more to unlock. I've just been really caught up trying to catch the entire ocean so far. What about these guys? No, we're still nowhere close to catching those ones. So we'll just top up with our shrimp catch. There's a swordfish marlin up here that might be more valuable because it might be considered like an orange one. I'm not sure how it works. And the boat's about full, which definitely means it's profit time after giving my fish a fun little ride. We're up to $1,200 and we haven't even sold this shrimp yet. But that used to sound like a lot of money, but now the next island part is going to be $600 by itself. So let's continue to buy an island for these people. They're just dancing. They don't seem to require any further upgrades for their island though, which is interesting. I was just cruising around looking at stuff and I accidentally filled the boat like instantly. I'm too overpowered with fish. But then again, we could still do better. Let's go fishing power 14, cargo capacity 1 more. It's strange to think we're catching fish even quicker now. Like there's no way any of these can get away. Even the greens, which used to be very hard to catch, instant. I am a little bit curious about this dock now. So if we level it up for $300, you think that would be worth it for 300? Then we'll maybe just upgrade these a few times. Then they'll catch me a few fish here and there. That might actually add up. I just kind of did the math in my head, and if I'm understanding that correct, it doesn't add up. That's a waste of my time. I build these people their own private island, and they waste my time with a dock like that. That and low get me back to about $1,000, so let's maybe get more fishing power, and that means we might be able to collect the oranges. Still a little bit slow. I just want an instant fortune. Is that too much to ask? We can catch these ones. It's just really slow. So I'll catch a few. What else am I going to do with my time? Yeah, after getting that school of monstrously valuable fish, we're also going to take the shrimps, just because I can't have anything living left alive. There's no witnesses when I'm involved. That was definitely valuable though, because there's back up to $700. So let's take fishing power again, and then cargo capacity and fishing area plus fishing power 1 more time again. So we get 2 little trailers, each able to hold 42. Are these getting, yeah, these are getting quick now. That's better. Now we're going to start getting into what's called stupid money. I do kind of wish I didn't have to sail all the way out here though, just to collect these idiots. How about you guys? Are we getting quick with you? Well, a lot quicker than they were, that's for sure. We used to not be able to even make these things move. Don't worry guys, we're going to take you to a nice little pond out in the woods where you're going to live a long fulfilled life. There's an easy $1,000 and I've got a derpy unicorn to go sell. Get in the boat. I don't know if we can power up against them. Like, you think we'd be catching us quicker than that with all of our fishing power currently. Speaking of fishing power, that costs $850. But I went ahead and gave everything yet another upgrade. Our fishing area is getting ridiculous. Like, it's hard to actually even move around without hoovering up the entire ocean. And that's the kind of productivity I like to see. This won't be particularly valuable. I just need to make room for more valuable fish. So I imagine these are going to be pretty, yeah, the orange fish are almost instant now. That's great. How are you guys doing? Definitely not instant, but getting better. So I'll just take this horde of fish, see what else is out here. This will be instant, watch it go. And a few more spots so we can take an extra second for the blue fish. I'm not even going to waste my time on shrimps anymore. I think they are more valuable, I just can't be bothered. These guys really are worth a lot. There is $1,500, which should be enough for a few good upgrades. Well, you can't just pop out of the blue and expect me not to catch you. I just can't help myself. The most tedious part of this now is absolutely just waiting for things to sell. But we'll make the catching process a little quicker and also the capacity. We'll do that twice. Really now I'm just the harvester of the oceans. These guys should be a little bit quicker. That was 2 power levels up. They're quicker, still not instant, so we still got a ways to go. Upgrades are costing over $1,000 now. This is getting stupid. Okay, we have way more fishing power and also much more capacity. I know of 3 full-size life rafts that I can fill with stupid fish. Not that that's going to take a long time, provided I'm in this area. The problem is I run out of fish to catch, and I really can't be bothered catching yellows and greens anymore. It's not worth my time. Okay, oranges we know should be instant by now. These guys are going to be getting close. Yeah, those are almost instant now. That's where we want to be. All of you get in the boat. Yeah, I can cruise through them full speed now and collect them all. But again, now we're basically out of fish. So then I need to do a few laps, not catching anything at all because there's no fish left. I literally mined them all. And I'm above shrimps now. But we're going to need to catch bluefish just to be able to make enough money for more upgrades. They're getting so stupidly expensive. So fishing power is the only thing that isn't yet maxed. Until now, I honestly thought that would go to level 30. 28's a weird number to land on, but I'll take it. So these guys are definitely instant. And I just said I wasn't going to catch these anymore because this is a waste of my time. So now that I've literally fished the ocean out of fish, I think I win. Today we're going to keep breaking rocks and dig so deep we're going to find the greatest treasure in the universe.
I hope it's nothing serious.
It's all about clicking away. I don't have an auto clicker currently, and clicking on bats doesn't seem to do much. But the rock is slowly breaking down, and I think we got something important. We found an epic pickaxe made of wood, plus 1.5 digging power, I guess. And we got 73 ores, so we can spend that on a 1-2 stone hut, so now we have passive income. So now the rocks slowly break themselves at 0.4 per second. But now we're breaking bigger rocks, so we're gonna need a bigger pickaxe. And I might need more coffee for this. Luckily, I have a massive cup sitting in front of me. Here's an even better pickaxe. It's not epic, but it is better. So we're just gonna have to keep working away to better pickaxes. That way we can break rocks quicker. I'm also gonna buy a school. That's gonna increase my production quite a bit. We're at 1.4 per second passively now. We're going to buy a few more stone huts as well, 1.6 per second. Obviously, clicking is a faster way to do it because it just goes a lot quicker than 1.6 per second. But we need to save up for a farm that mines rocks. And I already find this way too satisfying. I'm going to play way too much of this. Destroyed another rock. Okay, so we can do that. We're going to buy some school and some more school. Go to school so you don't have to farm rocks, children. Okay, our passive income is up to about 4 per second. We have a research tab unlocked. So we have 1 power, so we could buy this, which means we can occasionally find weak spots in the rock. So when we hit that, the rocks break quicker. Basically a critical hit. Not that I need the help, I'm pretty good at clicking all by myself. Broke another one. The bats mean nothing to me. Broke another one. We've increased our passive income, I think, by 1 per second. I'm also going to buy the stone huts maybe to level 10 because I'm not sure if there's like a step up at level 10 or not. There doesn't seem to be. There is actually afterwards. I can buy them up here, so I just need to make a little more money. So there we go. Increase base production of stone huts by 100%. That doubles in. That puts us up to 7 per second. And we got another gift, 5.9 for a stone pickaxe, level 11 already. So now we're doing 6 damage per click, and we're getting 7 per second passively. So that's going to help a lot. And there's another one. Okay, this one's even better. It's cardboard. It's fragile, but it is rare. It's better. I'm also going to buy copper coating, increase ore per click by 2. So now we're up to 8.4 per click. And that's going to help out. I'm going to do so much clicking today that my mouse is probably going to break. Oh, and we already got another pickaxe. Steel pickaxe, 8.7. So now we're doing over 10 per click. And we can buy more upgrades, increase base production of schools by 100%. Yes, please. 10 per second passively. So we'll buy some more schools. Oh, I can sacrifice ores per second for researching. So we're going to collect whatever that one is. I think that's our critical hit. So when we hit those, lots of extra damage. 33 per hit, so I can be lazy about my clicking now. Next, I guess I'm just going to increase maximum research power by 50% because that will stack with that later. We're just going to let that run in the background, and I'm just going to click, probably hitting weak spots once in a while. Okay, but while I've been waiting, we saved up a bunch more schools. So we're going to buy we're going to buy 1 farm to start because that put me up to 14 per second. There's a new pickaxe that's not as good. My current one is better, so that's trash. I'm going to keep going because I'm up to a 10-click combo. I'm not sure if that matters or not, but we're doing 38 damage. Okay, we did a 30-hit combo. We are getting achievements for that, which actually does give me little boosts, so I might just have to keep going with this. I'd imagine that at like a 1,000-hit combo, you'll get something pretty good. Because it seems to be multiples of 5 or 10, we get a new achievement for doing this. It is a little bit slower overall. Increase weak spot multiplier by 1. So now we're doing 54 per hit. And then I missed. But 11 damage per hit right now is perfectly fine. We saved up more money, so let's buy more farms. There's 21 per second in the background. So our passive income is 33 per second, so we're definitely making a lot of money in a hurry. We should buy more schools. Increase ore per second by 0.1 for every building you own. Yes, because we're going to own a lot of buildings. My new research is also done, so we need to start more. I'm just going to do more research power. The quicker we can get going in research, the better. And I just remembered I can actually just hold down the click to click, which is much quicker than me manually clicking. Also just found a gold pickaxe, 14 damage. That's a big step up. So now we're doing 18 per click, 32 passively. So I don't know, we're getting hundreds per second of income. So I'll maybe buy a few more farms. We could upgrade the stone production. I don't think it's giving me a lot. That only cost 1.5 thousand though, and it only added 2 per second passively. I think the higher I level, the tougher the rocks we're going to fight. So that's going to be a factor at some point. We're going to buy a few more farms for now. That's going to put us up to almost 50 per second passively. And we get a new pickaxe, which is slightly better. It's made out of lead, which is kind of like gold, but not as heavy, shiny, or valuable. It does taste a lot better though. And I've also unlocked increased base production of farms for $9,000. That's worth it. That's most of my money, but that almost doubled my income, 85 per second. What I really want, and this makes a lot of sense, is a quarry, because that's where rocks come from. This is an interesting looking rock.
Say the
Meme.
Bart?
But we started with a stone hut. I can see there being stones there. A school, I don't see why there'd be rocks there unless we're considering the students, but rocks are probably smarter than the students. And there's going to be enough for a quarry. What's that going to add? We're going from 85 to 123, so that added about 50% more passive income. We really need to break these rocks quicker. I want more pickaxes. 20 damage is not enough for me. There we go, we got one. 26 platinum. That's an epic quality pickaxe. That's 31 per click, plus we can do this, which is going to give my ore per click an extra 3, should be 34. And I just found a gold nugget over there that was worth like 40 something thousand, so suddenly I'm kind of rich. Increase the building production by 1% if the building amount owned is a multiple of 10. That's kind of interesting. I'm gonna buy that because some of these will be a multiple of 10. Not that that 1% is going to be a big boost there, but we can also boost his production there. 146. We'll do the same with farms, and then we're up to 219 per second, plus 35 per click, so we're making 1,000 per second. Maybe not quite 1,000 per second, but that shows you we're making some pretty good money. Found a silver pickaxe that we don't want. That's trash. Platinum is better than silver. I think we got enough money for another quarry though, so we'll do that. That's going to be a big boost to income. 257, so every 40 seconds, 1,000 ore. Plus, our new research is done. Increase the size of your weak spot by 10%. Sure, why not? Eventually, I will get a combo going. I feel like it's maybe not worth it yet because I feel like later it's going to be better due to some research and power-ups. But that's pure speculation, and my ideas are usually absolutely wrong.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Broke another rock, and what do we got? Wood pickaxe. It's worse. It's unique though, but it's worse. Does it have a special power for being unique? I think epic is probably better because usually things go purple and then yellow would be better, so we're gonna trash that. I just realized I should probably be turning up my research power too, so that's gonna use 25 ores per second, which is gonna hurt my production a little bit, but that's gonna get stuff done faster. Like if I crank it all the way up, that's only 20 minutes. Maybe we want the item drop rate. That's gonna be easier. We can't switch. Okay, great. Well, I'm going to keep clicking this rock until it breaks then. And then I might buy this. Increase ore per click by 0.2 for every building you own. We own 32 buildings. Actually, that's maybe not worth it yet. Doing some quick mental math, it's probably a little bit wrong. We're going to wait on that one. After destroying that rock, we got another pickaxe. This one's made out of tin, but it's not epic, so it's going in the trash where it belongs. So currently farms are making up 56% of my total income. If I buy this, that's going to double their income. It's $90,000. But that's going to put me up to 304, and farms now make up 66% of my total income. And they're not that expensive to upgrade. We're up to 304 per second. If I buy one, that adds 20. So I'm going to buy some farms. There's also a gold nugget, which gave me 100 grand. We can also increase the value of quarries by 100%, so we're also going to do that. That puts you up to 400 per second. And quarries aren't so expensive that they're like unattainable. We already have enough for another one, so we're going to buy that. 500 per second. So every quarry we buy adds almost 100 per second. But I shouldn't forget those farms. And 24, a lead pickaxe again. Wow, this platinum pickaxe was a good find earlier. It's still holding on. All right, let's buy another quarry. We're up to 550 per second passively. Then we very quickly save up another $33,000-ish. So let's buy a few more farms. Each one of those is going to add 20. So that's actually adding up fairly nicely. Maybe we should buy some more of these. Well, we can buy another 10 stone huts easy enough. That added 6 per second. So stone huts maybe aren't worth it unless they start getting some super upgrades up here. But for only 10,000, we might as well buy more schools. I think eventually, yeah, that's going to add some new things up top, and later on that's just going to add up to more wealth. Just destroyed another rock. We got 22,000. I'm going to start another combo going, and we got to permanently increase my ore per click by 2%. I kind of want to see what happens if we get like 100 times combo. I think we can get there. I've had a lot of coffee, so I'm a little jittery, but I feel like I can predict the future. I don't really know what to do here. An item did spawn. I don't know if I can click on that without losing my combo though. I assume I can click on that. I'm just scared to. I don't think it's going to despawn, so we're just going to wait till we hit 100. This actually wasn't as painful as I thought it would be. It's kind of satisfying clicking that. There's 100. We get a multiplier. Let's click that. That's actually slightly better. Iron pickaxe, it's blue. We didn't lose our combo. Can I buy stuff over here without losing a combo? I want another 3 or 4 quarries. We can. This is good news. I can keep that combo going forever. We'll buy a few more farms while we're at it. Those are actually getting expensive, but we're up to 920 per second. And my combo, I think, is hitting for 250 damage now. I don't know if that's actually faster than me just holding down rapid clicking, but I'm having fun. So I almost didn't see that gold nugget down below that just gave me $300,000. So that's a nice little bonus. 150 didn't give me anything. We can buy a church though. So that's going to add 200. Every church you buy adds about 200 per second passively. So we're up to 1.1 thousand, otherwise known as 1100 to those of us that aren't morons. I feel like I'm a toddler and I'm being distracted by circles because this is working. I have no idea how much money I have. I don't know what my next upgrade is. I don't care because I'm enjoying clicking this stupid circle. 200, and that increased the weak spot multiplier, so now we went from 250 to 335 per click. That scared me. I thought I missed. So we're going to increase the ore per click by 5, so that's hopefully going to, yeah, 375 per click. Those rocks are going down. Oh, and then we'll buy a few more quarries while we're at it, so we're up to 1,300 passively or something like that. I don't know. I just want to click this circle. I guess we can do this. We can increase the ore per click by 0.2 for every building. So we're up to 482 per click, and if we buy more buildings, that number is going to go up. So we're going to max buy these and these. So now our click is 537, 250 hit combo, no bonus. Probably goes every 100 or maybe gets more spaced out as we get bigger. 300 hit combo and no bonus. I worked very hard for this. Oh, we get a new pickaxe though. No, we don't. This one's trash. Should probably buy another quarry to get it to level 10 because I think that's going to give me a new option at the top. And there's a gold nugget, which isn't going to break my combo. That gave me $428,000. I'll take it. And I got a 350, so my combo multiplier is even better. 674 per click. And there we go. Increase ore per click by 0.3 for every building you own. That's $500,000, but that's going to make my clicking even better. It's almost 1,000 per click now. Plus the same thing applies. The more buildings we own, the better our bonuses are going to be. So let's buy a whole bunch of school, and then we're running out of money again pretty quickly. But now our click might be over 1,000. It is. And that all helped. I don't know if I'm spending my money on the right stuff, but I'm enjoying this click damage. I got advanced miners, so my ore per click just went up by another 2%. Didn't seem to make a huge difference, but that's fine because we're still doing quite good. This is going to be the big 500. No bonus at 500? Do you know how long it took me to get here? I guess we're going for 1,000. I guess it's not all bad news though. While we've been waiting, we could save up enough for another church, so that's going to take us another 200 per second passively. I just missed. I clicked right there because I wasn't paying attention. I lost my 500 streak. Well, clicking like this honestly is quicker anyway. I don't get the bonuses, but I was getting 500 per second. This is about 500 per second. And believe it or not, I'm gonna buy this for 150,000. Increase base production of stone huts. They're making me 1.6% of my total income. That's just going to be achievements later, I think. Also, research, let's crank that up a little bit. We're using 55 ores per second. We can afford that. That's just going to get the research done in 14 minutes instead of whatever it was. Had another gold nugget spawn. That's going to help me out. If I'm understanding that correctly, we're making about $20,000 per second. Well, the bonus ran out, but for a while there we were doing well. We got a new pickaxe. It's about the same. This one's iron though, so it's trash. Maybe I should try and take this stone hut up to level 50. That's not going to be that expensive to do. Well, it's going to be a little bit expensive to do. I did just find a marginally better pickaxe, level 54. He gives me a little more click damage. About to break another rock, and we're officially a millionaire for the first time. I'm hoping this one gives me something amazing, and it didn't. But currently, the quarry generates 45% of my total income. One of these will increase my quarry production. It'll basically double it. So we're going from 1,600 to 2,000 per second. And other quarries make up 55% of my ore per second, and they're pretty cheap to buy. I can already buy another level. Each one of those adds 100 per second. I have a feeling the breaking this rock is going to get me something amazing. And we got a rock. I just realized that it's still worth it to buy 8 farms over 1 quarry, at least currently. I think once I run out of that though, it's going to start to get not cost effective anymore, so we're going to buy a few more quarries. And we're up to 2.6 thousand per second. Each one of those makes a big difference. I get so excited every time we're about to break a rock because I think I'm about to get treasure. It rarely happens, but I still get excited. In the meantime, I'm going to buy 3 quarries because of that shattering disappointment, then some farms, and then some stone huts. And we're up to 3,000 per second. Just got a new treasure. That's actually a nice upgrade. Copper pickaxe plus 8 per click. And on the bonus right now, 1,300 damage per click, which is also 1,300 income per click. My combo is back up to 207. For $1 million, I can get increase ore per click by 10. I'm going to go for that one because now that's going to give me 1,400 per click. And that's going to add up because I'm doing a lot of clicking. And I think my research is finally done. So I think that makes my spots bigger. Yeah, they seem to be a little bit bigger, not hugely so. I'll still miss this. Okay, then I'm going to give myself a research level power up. That's not going to take long at all to get. then I can research better things quicker. Because there's some pretty good things to research, they'll just take too long even at max power currently, so we're going to increase the max power. That's already done. We can do that again potentially too, because we don't need a lot of power for that, so that's only going to take a minute and our max power is up, so we're going to sacrifice our ore per second to get there. Okay, this one's also done. Now we can go up to 25 per second, or rather 25 power. It uses 125 ores per second. That's worth it. Okay, we're going to increase our item drop rate from 33 to 50%. That way, instead of 1 and 3, it is, what did I just say? 1 and 2. Yes, we're going from 1 and 3 to 1 and 2. I also have $1.1 million I should probably spend on something, but we also found a new pickaxe. Stone, but it's extra hitting power, so 1.5 thousand per click. Okay, I'm going to buy one more church. It's almost giving us enough to buy the doubling the income of churches, so we're going to do that soon. That's going to take us way up again. Though if I was smart right now, I'd buy 2 more quarries, that way to get the multiple of 10 bonus there, so we're up to 3.4 thousand. And my research is done, so I get more items. Next, I think I want this. So if we get over 500 combo, we get 10% ore per click and ore per second. So that's going to be a big boost. It's so expensive though, I'm going to need to upgrade this I think first. So we're going to get more research power before even trying to get that. But speaking of which, we're back over 500 combo for the first time in quite a while. And my new power up thing is done. So we're going to collect that. We can turn that up again. So we can go up to 37 per second. We're going to eat 185 ores per second to do it. But that's just a good investment. I'm going to do that again. We need 2.5 thousand. That's only going to take a minute now. And there's a gold nugget. That one is worth a lot. I'm making good passive income. I can't really do anything else, but we're well over $2 million right now, so I feel pretty good about that. Okay, I'm going to increase the base production of churches by 100%. That's going to give me a big boost there, and then we're going to buy a few churches, which put us from like 3,400 to 4,700 per second. Plus my new research is done, so I can sacrifice lots of ore, but that gives me 56 per second. We're going to do the research power up one more time. It's only taking a minute per time, and it's going to be a big investment in our future because we'll be able to research new things at light speed, and that's going to help us just make ever more money. And we got a new drop that's not as good. Thank you, game. That big increase to our drop rate is really paying off. There was no bonus at 600 streak. Might have to go all the way to 1,000. My new research power is done, so we can turn that up to 85. 425 ore per second is starting to hurt. So let's go for the combo god thing. That's only going to take 2 minutes now. But seeing as we do currently have a streak over 500, that's going to be big when it's done. Okay, for 666, I did get a combo devil. I'm scared to even click there in case that goes away. But we're up to 2,000 per click now, which is very nice. Speaking of spending money, we're going to buy probably some more churches at this point. Then some quarries, because it's all going to be worth it eventually. $5,500 per second. And my research is done, so that's going to get us, I think, more income, but also more clicking. Combo blessing plus 10%. Okay, so we're getting 10% to my, yeah, so we're up to 6,500. And 2,100 per click. So that's a really good one to have. If we do that again, yeah, if we get 1,000 combo, yeah, we're going to do that one. That's going to take 40 minutes. Did not realize that was so long. Let's maybe put a stop on that. We're going to increase our research power again because 40 minutes, we're better off doing things in the meantime. That's a better pickaxe. So we're up to 2.2 thousand per click. And in the background, we're saving up $1 million before you even know it. Then for $1 million, increase overall ore gain by 1%. That wasn't as good as I thought. But whatever, that'll still add up later on. That's a 1% bonus from everything we're going to buy here on out. And I just increased my weak spot multiplier, so that's going to be even higher now because we're at lucky 7s maybe. 2,700 per click. And our research is done, so we have new research power that's going to eat 640 ores per second. So next we're maybe just going to increase the chance of gold nugget spawning. That's only going to take 30 seconds, and I like gold nuggets. They're very helpful. Okay, the gold nugget thing is done. Okay, I want better items maybe. Allows for legendary items to drop. That's going to take 6.5 minutes. I think we can wait. Whether or not we get any legendary items, that's going to be yet to be seen, but I like the potential of it. We just found a gold nugget, so that's going to give me 20 times points per second, so I think we're making $120,000 per second right now, which didn't last long, but that did make us a ton of money in a very short amount of time. Here comes the big 1,000 streak. 998, 99, 1,000 times. Increase weak spot multiplier by 5. That's a big one. 3,500 per click. I've clicked this circle 1,003 times in a row, but that's worth it. 3,500 per click is pretty good. Plus, I've saved up enough money to buy a factory, which takes us from 6 to 7,200. So that added about 1,200 in earnings. Then we're going to buy another church because we'll get that to level 10. And it's definitely still worth it to buy the churches over the factories. It's more cost effective. I just wanted a factory. We did just find some loot. I'm going to wait for this to finish because I don't know if it'll change what's just dropped. Probably not, but I'm going to pretend like it might matter. There's 1100 streak. Okay, this is done. I can now get legendary items potentially, which is not this. This is garbage. I'm also going to get the combo preventer. That's going to take no time at all. And then once I have that, I think I can just toggle it. And then my combo won't be able to lose. That was scary to touch. So now the combo will stay there, but I can't hit the weak spot anymore. I just wanted a break from hitting those dots because that gets stressful. And if I turn the research off, I go all the way up to, I don't know, 8,300 because I'm not using any of my research power right now. So I'm going to increase my research power again. That dropped me to 7,700, but I can just sit here and go like this for a minute. Then another $2.7 million before I even notice. We're going to buy 2 churches. That's going to give them a nice multiplier. We're up to 8600 per second, so let's buy some quarries while we're waiting. Those put us over $9,000 per second. We're getting 173 rapid fire clicking. I should probably also round some of these out to the multiples of 10 because I think those are going to make a little bit of a difference. The latest research is done. Now I can have even more power. That's going to need 1,000 ores per second, but it's going to work quickly. I'm going to get this combo shield. That means I basically get forgiveness. That only takes 2 seconds because our research power is huge. So I do get a free miss. I think if I turn the combo thing back on, I can miss once and it doesn't count. I'm also going to increase the size of my thing by 10%. That's only going to take 4 minutes now. Luckily for us, we got nothing from that rock. 50% drop rate and we didn't get it. Here's a gold nugget, which is a good find. What did that do? Oh, it's giving me a bonus to clicking, I think, for a second. Didn't add up to much, but I'm going to buy this. Increase building production by 2% if the building amount owned is a multiple of 10. That gave me a little boost, but we often land on a multiple of 10 just for the sake of evenness. Like we'll do our schools to level an even 10. And we got something else that gave us a boost. Basically we're up to 9,200 per second. And we'll get the schools up to 60, the stone huts up to 60. Not that that's necessarily going to make a huge difference, but it will make a difference. Found another gold nugget, $3 million. So we're going to buy some more quarries. Each one is going to add a substantial sum to our amount. So we're up to $11,000 per second. Plus my weak spots are now bigger than ever before. We'll give ourselves a little more research power once that's done. And we broke a stone. We get a new pickaxe. It's not legendary, but it's slightly better than our epic. So that's fun. And I guess while we're waiting, we're going to turn off the combo preventer. So now this circle is slightly bigger and we're just going to keep going with our thing at 4,000 per click. I am glad this circle is a little bigger now. I do get a little bit lazy and look away at times. The new research is done, so we can now use, well, we can get 300 per second. But things are still getting so expensive. We're going to get this just kind of for fun because it's only going to take a second and hopefully give me an achievement, which it's not really. It basically gives us stuff while I'm away, and I'm not away, I'm here. So we're just going to do more research power. That's going to take a couple minutes. So I'm going to go back to what I was doing, but I've also saved up $3.5 million and I hadn't even noticed. There's a combo here, so I get another multiplier at 1337. So now I'm doing 5,000 per hit. And now I can also spend 5 million to get increase or per click by 0.5 for every building you own. So we're now up to 7,300 per click. That's getting huge. Plus my extra research power is done. It would be nice to get this one for my 1,000 hit combo. That's only going to take 11.5 minutes now, so I think we can do that. Guess I should probably start spending some money on churches and stuff again. So there's another few of those. We're over $10,000 a second with all of our research going on as well. We did just get a new bag, legendary item. Nope. Plastic pickaxe. No thank you. Coming up on 1,500 click combo, is that going to be something? Nothing. Nothing at 1,500. Well, we're going to put that back on because I'm not risking losing that right now. And then I'm going to buy a few more churches, and then nothing else. A few short minutes later, we have $16 million and our research is long since done. So by net, our combo blessing is now 20%. That puts us up to $14,000 per second, and our click is 286, not on a weak spot. If we do click on a weak spot, 7,500, 7,600, which does seem like a lot of money. Then since we have all this money, we can definitely grab this gold nugget, which puts us up to $22 million. We're going to buy some factories. We're going to spend lots of money on factories and churches. That puts us up to $20,000 per second. But $20,000 a second is pretty good in a 1,514 click combo. Next time, we'll go even further. This is overwhelmingly positive and free on Steam, so don't even watch this video.
Go play it.
Hey, don't listen to him. He's a crazy man.
I also have no idea conceivably what I'm supposed to be doing aside from trying to pull this out of the stone. I can wiggle it, I can click on it, I can pull it up and down and all around. I can punch the rock a little bit. I can admire the scenery. I'm gonna get a sunburn if I stay out here for too long. So does an auto clicker work? Can I pull it up like that? The game doesn't love it, but it does something. What if I auto click the rock? That's actually quite a nice sound. I give that like a 7 out of 10. Wait, I see the sword start to move when I do this. Oh, but then it slips off. Am I making progress by doing this, or does it fall back in? Keep going, because this is why I have a large mouse pad. I'm gonna have to start using a wall though. This has a long ways to go. And I let it... Okay. How are you supposed to get that out then? I run out of mouse pad and I have a big mouse pad. I feel like I'm missing something. Is there something else I'm supposed to do? I can't move. Ah, cursor sensitivity. That might make sense. So for example, if I turn it up to 900%, it's maybe gonna do the trick because I should be able to yard it a long ways without having to slip it off. I've just got to be patient, and that's not really my strong suit, not when I'm full of coffee. I was wondering why the cursor sensitivity was set so low when I started the game. That actually makes sense. You can do it. Yeah, I might actually do it. If not, I'm gonna need to, I don't know, use the wall as a mouse pad for a second. Damn it. Okay, it's a game of incredible focus. I'm moving my mouse all the way to the bottom where it's like off the mouse pad, which is actually super annoying. And we're going to try that again. Not too quick this time. And you got to hold it straight, like it wants to go back and forth. Yeah, Elden Ring, this game is harder. This was clearly made by an evil person trying to do evil things to the world. Okay, it's coming out. I keep sliding to the side because the sensitivity is like this. Maybe I should lay like a book down beside the mouse and I can use it as a guide to go straight. Easy does it, not too quick. It's a game of patience and like a steady hand. I don't have those things. I've got too much coffee. Did I catch it? I think I caught it and it slipped off. What am I supposed to do? Well, for one, maybe if I grab it sort of here, I have a little more leeway left and right, because then I can slide a ways left and right and I won't come off the sword. I'm still unsure because I feel like it automatically slips off at a certain point. That was me though. Take a deep breath, enjoy the scenery. We've got all day to pull a stupid sword out of a stupid stone. Okay, we're going to start again. We're going to pull up nice and slowly and evenly. Easy does it. It's coming along now. This could be it. It slips off. Maybe I just got to pull it really hard. That kind of got it out. Oh, that's really close. Oh, that was really close. I don't know what I did. I basically grabbed it right here and just went quick with it. Got up, 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 up. Maybe you just have to get it really straight and quick. It's coming out. Are you out? I ran out of mouse pad, even on 900% sensitivity, and my mouse pad is like 8 square feet. Maybe it's physically loosening up though the more I pull it out. Is that a thing? That could be a thing. Okay, pull, hard, quick, straight. If you think this game is stupid, imagine being the person watching someone try and pull a sword out of a rock.
I'm saying let's calm down until we know what we're talking about.
Okay, let's... Am I missing something here? I feel like there's a puzzle here or something that I'm just not even getting. Pulling nice and straight. Do I have to go back and forth or something? I mean, I'm naturally doing that because I can't do a mouse in a straight line because I just lack any basic skills at all. But so far, so good. This is nice. I'm running out of mouse pad again, but let's just go a little more. Like, we're pretty much out now. Doesn't this count? It's just the tip that's in. Is that a butterfly or an eagle that's on the hilt? We might have it this time. Come on. Don't slip. I'm pretty sure it's out. How long is this sword? Come on. Come on. Come on, I'm running out of mouse pad. Do I have to jump it back down? Like, I gotta release it and go back down? It'll just sink right in right away though, won't it? Is it out? It's at the tree line. Well, that's a good frame of reference. Come on. I have an idea. To resume the game without dropping the sword, so if I go into the menu, it freezes right there. So if I hold click and press escape, does it catch it? It does. Okay, so I worked my way back down the mouse pad. No, just don't drop it again. I worked very hard to get here. I don't really understand what I'm doing in this game. I'm pulling a sword out of a stone. And I get the reference there a little bit, but I'm just wondering what's wrong with this sword. Why does it keep getting longer? Is this a joke? I mean, it's not the stupidest thing I've ever done in a video game. Not even close. I just understand this less than I do most of my ideas. Maybe I have to put it into the sky. Okay, so we're going to go to there. And then we're going to do the same thing again. And there. I think that's what the tooltip was actually telling me to do. So we're doing things right naturally for once. I'm still very confused as to what we're doing, but I think I got the strategy down for growing our sword. Oh, no! Oh man, this is a cruel, cruel game. I changed my mind. Don't go play this game. If you've already started, I'm sorry. Come back and yell at me in the comments then. Do I keep going? Do I give up? Is anyone going to watch me pull a sword out of the stone for very long? I have a lot of questions right now and not a lot of answers. I also grabbed this in the wrong spot. Yeah, I'm just going to give up on that. Grabbing it right about here is the best because that gives you the most leeway left and right. Okay, this is good because it gives you the most leeway. You can't go too quickly or you break your grip. You can't go too far side to side. That doesn't work either. This is exactly the type of game you don't want to be well caffeinated for. You need a very steady hand. So I guess my career as a surgeon isn't taking off anytime soon. We're going to go ahead and pause it right about there. Bring it back down nice and centered. Grab it about there and go up again. That was close. Okay, I've got to focus. I don't like the way the dot is slowly working its way up the sword also. I feel like on my next reset, never mind. I can't wait to watch someone speedrunning this in 5 seconds, and I can't even do it once. Okay, so I can pretty routinely get it to here where I need to reset my grip on it. It tends to be after that, the grip. I don't know what happens to his hands. He like covers them in lube suddenly, so the sword just slips away. So up to this part, it's fairly easy now. I got this part down to a nice strategy, but you gotta go so slow and carefully here.
But you don't want to, because I don't want to keep pulling a sword out of a stone. I want to move on with my life.
But now I'm committed, so I'm gonna make this work no matter what.
Slowly, steadily. Just keep going. And I didn't even do anything and it slipped away. There's an auto clicker. No, I could probably create a macro that just grabs and goes straight up very slowly. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy this game for everyone I don't like. Free gift. Here you guys go. It's a free game. Enjoy it. Spend your whole day trying to pull a sword out of a stone. I don't know why, but I keep slipping off when I get to about here. I don't know if there's something different I'm supposed to do. Maybe next time I'm going to reset my grip when I get there. So getting to here isn't a problem. We grab it here. Then once we get a little bit above that tree line, he slips. So we're going to reset our grip just after we get past the trees. I mean, it kind of makes sense. The sword is 7 feet in the air right now, and we've probably only got human arms, so we can only reach so high conceivably. But I'm still going. I'm still holding the click. I'm just going to keep resetting maybe because I don't really know what else to do here. I know it's only been about 5 minutes for you guys. I've been at this for a little while. This is starting to get to me, but I'm committed. I'm going to reset it right here because this is something I haven't done before, is continually reset. Maybe his hands get tired, so he needs a little pause. That might be a thing. There is some kind of weird strategy to this game. Our dot is also climbing up a little bit higher than I would like. I don't really want it to slide off, which it might. I hope we get to be king after this because I'm going to take this sword and kill a lot of people with it. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit higher. We're almost above the tree tops. So I'm going to reset right here. I guess since I'm doing this, I could turn the sensitivity down, but I want that upwards force, if that makes sense. Because even just a little move on the mouse pad makes it move a long ways, but it does go left and right. So there's a bit of a balance there too. I'm so focused on this that I've never been so focused on something in my entire life. Is this a new record for us though? I don't feel like we've been this. It probably was a new record. I'm starting to get worried that this is actually just a trick and you can't actually get the sword out of the stone. Because it feels like it's pretty long already, and maybe it's just going to keep going forever, and it's just a joke to see how long you'll spend doing this. But the joke's in the game, I just won't stop. Okay, gonna do more and more frequent resets now, because we don't want to go too quickly now, because he'll break his precious grip on the sword, because he has baby hands. But before, we got a little bit excited, because we got to about the treetops. I'm gonna stop right there on the edge of that shadow. Nope, never mind. We're just going to give our hands a break. I could also change the DPI on my mouse, which I think would multiply the 900% I'm currently working on. But for now, I think I've almost got this. Or maybe there's just no end to this. I'm not entirely sure. But I am sure of is that I am strangely committed to making this work somehow. So we'll just keep going up. I think maybe as I get higher to the part where I tend to lose it, I might turn the sensitivity down a little bit. That way I'm getting less side-to-side motion. Because I'm starting to wonder if you jerk it too quickly in any one direction, you lose grip. I'm just speculating here because I've got a lot of time on my hands to think. I don't think I'm letting go of the mouse button. Like, I feel like I have it firmly. Yeah, I definitely didn't let it go there, but that's that one spot where it always slips for some reason. Which is why I like to do that reset as I get into the tree. So let's get a nice little starting point right about center of the thingy ding. All right, sword, you're coming with me. This first part I think you can be pretty violent with. It doesn't seem to be too difficult here. It's not till you get to the tree line that things start to get weird. Okay, I'm going to turn the sensitivity down to 800%. I'm still going to have lots of vertical. I maybe need a little bit less in all directions. Maybe that's why my hand keeps blowing off the sword. Okay, we're at the next rest spot, which is somewhere right there. We're going to bring it down a little bit and start again. Then we're going to go up not too quickly, not too aggressively, as excited as we get. We will get there eventually.
Why lie?
I'm just going to restart a lot. We're going to go like a couple inches at a time. I know this part is mostly safe. It's once we get above the trees that something weird happens. I'm honestly so stressed right now, and I'm just doing this. I've been past this part 100 times. I'm just losing my marbles. Why does that happen? I didn't do anything. Can you not go too fast? Can you not go too slow? Is it just random? Is there any rhyme or reason to any of this? It's very stressful. This part's easy. Okay, this time I'm going to go for a slightly different strategy. We're going to speed run it just a little bit, but we're going to take pauses. Before, I think I was being maybe too slow with it. The game wants me to go faster, clearly, because I lost it somewhere right about here. So we're going to take a little break, put the mouse back to the bottom, push it up again before I have a mental breakdown. There we go. Pretty good progress so far. We're going to stop it there. I'm going to turn the sensitivity down a little bit because the sword's going to get narrower. I need less side-to-side motion, I think. If I press back, does it leave the menu? Okay, that almost gave me a heart attack. I didn't want to overthink it though. So we're zooming there. We're going up at a pretty decent clip. I don't know what's happening anymore. What is this game? What is my life? Is there something really obvious I'm overlooking? This game got overwhelmingly positive reviews. Maybe everyone finds it easy and I'm just incredibly stupid for some reason. 700% sensitivity isn't bad, actually. As I was saying, maybe I need to go buy a bigger mouse pad. Easy, 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 easy. We're just going to keep going at like high speed maneuvers. Okay, we usually lose it right about here. This time I've got bigger ideas. Keep pushing nice and quick. Maybe if we go too slow at this point. Yeah, okay, so maybe we just got to go with a little more force here. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yep, we're doing good. Did we do it? I think we did it. Yeah, why did someone put that in there in the first place? We're the rightful king now. Don't put it back in, please. Okay. The sword, I don't want that. I spent a long time doing that, please. Can we get that back? I would like to remove a few heads with that, though frankly it's too big to lift. I don't know anyone made such a big sword in the first place. Hey, what's going on? I'm the king now. You're all gonna die a horrible death. Oh, they take me to another sword? I hope there's a bigger one over there.
That's what she said.
So were they just like supervising me that whole time waiting? Oh, I thought that was a gallows. I feel such a relief. The stress just left my life entirely. That was the most stressful thing I've done in quite a while. No, take me up the stairs. You carry me on the flat spot and drop me at the bottom of the stairs? You idiots, you're dead. Oh, this guy's got a sword, but it's smaller. Mine's bigger, by the way. We left it behind, but I do have a bigger sword than you. Oh, oh, here we go. This is the part I was looking for. I want to do that. No, whatever. Yay! What does that mean when someone else pulls the sword out now? I better cement that thing in there a little bit. Can I have that sword? Can I have a sword? I don't really know what the point of being king is if I have to walk upstairs myself and not get to cut people's heads off. Alright, well they're already swapping out the artwork for something a little more my style. And I think we're getting married already. Either to this woman or the Pope. Oh, hi, thank you. All that for pulling a sword out. Okay, she's in a hurry, so must have seen the size of my sword. That guy's still down there. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I thought we got pushed. We're crowd surfing now. Oh, okay, so that's it. Can I get an explanation of exactly what I was supposed to be doing? I still don't understand how this sword works. But there it is in all its glory. And I don't think anything changed. So I am curious to see if we can pull it out actually quick. Because when I actually pulled it out, I went kind of like a speed run on it. So I just kind of went like that and then like that again, about 700% sensitivity. But that's going to depend obviously on everyone's mouse and everything. We're going to stop right here at about the base of the tree. And I like grabbing it there again, just because it worked. I know that probably makes no difference at all, but it worked for me that time and I don't understand what I'm doing. We're starting to slow down a little bit more than I'd like. So let's hit that with a little bit of gusto. Okay, we're going to keep going. We sometimes slip right here. Not this time though. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop it right there. See, I don't know why suddenly I'm finding it so much easier. Like I struggled incredibly to get to this part before and suddenly I can just do it. I don't know if the game setting changed or I'm doing something physically different. I couldn't tell you what the difference is. Up, 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 up. And we got it. First try. That took me like 30 seconds. Do you know how long that took me the first time? No, carry me to my chair. You guys are horrible servants. Well, I do at least get to enjoy this part again. He like knights me and then he gets his head cut off with his own sword. So there is also an online mode where everyone competes to pull the sword further and further. Currently, this is where it's at. So if I grab it here and crank it as hard as I can, it goes basically nowhere. So interesting. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad. He's been crowned the king. It gets heavier and longer as time goes on, which is great because I didn't think the sword was long enough or heavy enough the first time. I wouldn't mind being crowned the king though, so that might be fun. I'm already doing horrible at this. I don't really want to turn the sensitivity up though because I'm going to start going side to side too much. So there's a new king, so the sword is heavier and longer again. Outstanding. I guess slow and steady wins the race then. We keep getting people crowned the new king. I'm not sure where the bar is actually set. We might be able to see that once we're actually able to look up high enough, but for now, it's just a very slow journey to try and get the sword a little higher. I've already ran through my mousepad probably 10-12 times to get this far. I guess it could just be that the higher you go, the higher your chance of being crowned king because someone eventually drops their sword and then you're left being the highest. That's not going to be me. Well, I can beat the CPU. I can't compete with real people. Interesting game.